What's being killed? What's being killed? What's being killed? What's being killed?
It's God. It's God. Not you. It's God. Not you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Good to see you all. Happy Wednesday. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, I myself and David Wood and Inspiring Philosophy will all be mobbing up in New York City this weekend. That's right. It came really fast. This weekend, we are mobbing over there to New York City. David Wood, myself, and Inspiring Philosophy. So, if you guys are in the New York area, all right, if you're in the New York area, you guys want to come hang out, you guys want to help out with the ministry, you want to help us evangelize, want to help carry signs and pull in people, watch us debate live, then come on out. We're going to be Friday night and Saturday night, we're going to be at the Red Steps. We're going to be at the Red Steps in Times Square at 7 p.m. All right. If you guys missed my community post, I put our flyer on the community post that has our times and our location on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you missed that, go ahead and check out the community post that has our times and the places, the areas where we're going to be, where we're meeting at. That's what we're doing. All right. When we get to the Red Steps, we're going to be setting up mics, setting up signs, and we're going to be pulling in people who are walking by for conversation. All right. So we're going to need your help to pull in people like last time. Last time you guys did awesome in pulling in people and creating a space for conversation. So it was so fun. It was a movie last time. Sunday, we will be at Washington Square Park. Sunday, we'll be at Washington Square Park at 6 p.m. 6 p.m., Washington Square Park. And we got a squad of Hebrew Israelites that's going to meet us up there. So if you guys want to see us tackle the Hebrew Israelites, those pagans, those heretics over there, show up at Washington Square Park at 6 p.m. Inspiring Philosophy, Mike Jones, he's going to be debating Captain Tazariak on the deity of Christ. And I will be debating some guy named Yawasop on whether or not Gentiles can be saved. All right. And then there's going to be obviously, other Hebrew Israelites that's there that we can engage with and have a good time. All right. So if you guys want to see the action, you don't want to miss the action, show up 6 p.m. at Washington Square Park. All right. So that's this weekend, guys. This weekend. The flyers are up. If you guys have questions on what time and the places and the where, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, check the YouTube community tab. Check my Instagram. The dates and the times are posted. All right? Okay. This weekend, New York City is going to be a whole movie. All right. With that being said, let's go get to a couple of super chats before we bring up our first few guests. We got Pierce Taylor who says, God bless. Thank you so much, Pierce Taylor. God bless you. God bless you. I Fear No Evil says, I will be there to help with the Arabic if needed. That's awesome. KP in the house. Kidios Philosophy says, my man Avery, how you doing? Can you pray for my health? I'm worried about my heart rhythm problems. Yeah, we got you, man. May the Lord touch you and bring healing to your body, man. And he may strengthen you so that he can, so that you can continue to do his work for the kingdom. All right. In Jesus' name we pray. We got, I'm going to say Brave. Sorry if that's not how to say your name, but Brave sent the super chat says, you should come to Utah, home of the Mormons. Would be awesome to share out here. I'd show up for sure. Much love, my brother. Man, absolutely. Emmanuel says, will there be Al-Zulting at the debate? Absolutely not. We are Christian men, married, healthy, straight Christian men. There will be no Al-Zulting here at the debate centers. All right. Mashashua. Okay. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring up our first guest. Did Jesus preach Islam or did he preach Christianity? Come up, give us some good dawah, and let us know what you think it was that he preached. K.M. Gilbertson says, Logic, would love to see you up here in the PNW. Lots of people in Seattle area need the good word. And Lord willing, we'll make our way that way as well. And then we got Nick with the super chat says, God bless Avery. God bless you too, my friend. God bless you too. All right. So let's do this here. We got me versus myself. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Ooh. Sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm good.
I have a question. I have a question regarding your topic.
Sure.
I have seen a lot of your lives. I wonder, do you debate the Muslims for the sake of converting them, or you learning more about Islam?
Oh, I already know about Islam, and so yeah, it's about converting them. It's about changing their minds and getting them to think and introducing them to the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Okay, change your mind. Change my mind.
Change your mind about what?
I'm a Muslim. Change my mind.
Okay, so what did Jesus preach?
I don't know. Tell me.
You don't know what Jesus preached?
No.
I thought you were a Muslim.
Being a Muslim, I don't have to know what Jesus preached.
Yes, you
Do
do.
I have to?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't have to.
So you don't have to believe in the previous prophets and their message?
Believing is different from knowing. I can believe without knowing.
How can you believe without knowing? How can you believe in something you don't know anything about?
I can just believe Jesus existed. And if I don't know what he preached, it's not a crime.
I'm sorry?
If I don't know what Jesus preached, it's not a crime.
But how do you believe what he preached if you don't know what he preached?
I just believe he's a good guy according to many books writing about him.
Okay, so you believe that he's the Son of God?
No, I don't believe God can give birth because he doesn't give birth.
But you said that you believe in Jesus' teachings.
Yeah.
Jesus taught that he's the Son of God, so you believe that, right?
I don't know that.
I know you don't know it, but you said you believe it.
That's
though.
why I told you. That's why I told you to tell me about it.
Wait, brother. You knowing that it doesn't matter. Remember, you don't need to know it. So whatever he preached, you're good to go. You believe it. So he preached that he's the Son of God. You believe that, right?
If something can contradict my mind according to my logic, then I'm going to question it. And when I question it, you have to give me convincing evidence, then I'm going to accept it.
I think that you're a waste of my time.
If that's what
I think. So you're going to go ahead and take care of yourselves. Go to Words Live, maybe Life's Live. They got, it's a safe space over there, man. It's a safe space over there. Don't come here though. It's not a safe space here. I don't waste time. Jay Sanchez, you're on stage.
What's up, brother? Hey, no debates here really quick. I'm not trying to waste your time. I just have a quick question, and you might have just answered it. It's talking about the Hebrew Israelites. I work with a bunch of them. I have the same belief system you do as far as Jesus and all of that. I guess I just have a question for you of like, if I need help defending my faith in Christ Jesus and who he is, and they call me a pagan and all this stuff, and his name is Yahusha or Yeshaya and all these different names. I just need some, I don't know. I try to refer to people like yourself, Cliff Connectly, just people that preach about Jesus. And I know you're talking about, did Jesus preach Christianity?
Would you just like a direct reference to where you can get a lot of information answering Hebrew Israelites? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I really just need help defending the name of Jesus because
All right,
they start to be unfair and saying, "Oh, well, that's not his name,"
I got
all
you.
that
So,
stuff.
so go to this guy. His name is Vocab Malone. Have you heard of him?
Vocab Malone, I have not.
All right, so go to his YouTube channel. He
Okay,
is the king in debating Hebrew Israelites. He's the best.
okay, Vocab Malone.
hmm Follow him, subscribe to
Oh,
him, turn your notifications on. When he goes live, he'll even let you up and you can ask him questions, and he'll break all this stuff down for you, bro.
all right, brother. That's all I was needing, man. I just want I'll get out of your way. I'll let you talk to the Muslims.
All right, God bless you, man.
All right, brother. You too.
All right, guys, please come up if you are a Muslim only. If you're not a Muslim, please don't request up. Don, you are on stage. How you doing? Don, you are on stage. Going once, going twice. All right. Dalim, you're on stage.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
1 second, because my sound is messed up.
Can
Go
you
ahead, say
hear me?
something. There we go. I can hear you now.
All right. Good evening. Thank you for letting me up. I want to talk about the Islamic dilemma because I've seen a lot of people hyping this argument up, but I don't think it's a good argument to be honest.
Okay. So why do you think it's a good argument?
You can't hear me. Put your headphones up. I know you can't hear me.
I said, why don't you think it's a good argument?
Put on your headphones.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
So why don't you think it's a
Okay,
good argument?
I don't think it's a good argument because I'm from the point that I think the author of the Quran knows about the scriptures, and that's why it's referencing them.
So it's knowingly contradicting the scriptures?
No, it's not like a contradicting because in the time of the prophet, these scriptures were actually relevant. So back in his time, God said, yeah, Christians follow their books and Jews follow their books. But as time passed, these books have been corrupted. So today, the only book left, is the Quran.
Yeah. So your Quran claims to confirm the Torah and gospel that's there in Muhammad's time, right?
It's there in Muhammad's time, right? Yes.
Okay. The Torah and gospel in Muhammad's time, are they corrupted?
No.
All right. So they're
No.
authentic.
Yes, in his time, yes.
Awesome. So that means that what I have is authentic because I have what was there in that time and before.
Yeah, see, there is your mistake because it in your books it may say, I don't know, 200 AD, but it actually isn't. You get me?
So do my scriptures come after Muhammad or before?
Before.
So that
Before.
means that I have what was there in Muhammad's time.
No, you. Okay. Can you show me?
What do you mean, can I show you?
Show me that you have those books. You say you have.
All right. I'm just going to throw this up as a rough start. But you know, I got hope. We're only 15 minutes into the live with this topic, and I'm gonna just I believe when it's starting as slow and as stupidly as has started, I believe it's gonna get better. It can only go up from here. Is that right? It can only go up from here, right? It can only go up from here. So let's see. We got somebody named Muslim. What's up, man? You're on stage. The person who goes by the name of Muslim on this stage, you're on the panel. How are you doing?
Hello, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, so you're talking about your question is Jesus a Muslim or Christian, or he is talking in?
Did he teach the Trinity or did he teach
Okay.
Tawhid?
So my first argument is about that this teaching that Jesus actually preached is were added in the latest, centuries, like I'm talking about the church fathers added it lately.
Okay. So what did he preach?
He preached that his God, the Father, is the only true God, for example.
All right. So is that Tawhid?
If he talks about one true God, then yes.
So it's compatible with Tawhid to teach that God is the Father?
Well, it was abrogated, I think.
Wait, things in Tawhid can be abrogated?
No, things in the gospel.
No, but we're talking about whether Jesus preached Tawhid or did he preach Trinity. You brought me to this verse where Jesus says that the only true God is the Father as an example of him teaching Tawhid. So you agree that Jesus is teaching Tawhid here, right?
I agree that if you're talking about the only true God, then okay, you catch me. Bro, okay. I see the problem there.
Yes.
I
Good.
see.
So he's not teaching Islam. He's not teaching Tawhid, is he?
Yeah, if you're talking about the God the Father, then yes. Yeah.
So then he's not a Muslim, right? Teaching that God is his father. He's not teaching a message that is in line with Islam, correct?
Yeah, but we believe that the scripture was corrupted.
But you went here. I asked you, what did Jesus teach? And you said, well, for example, he really taught that the Father was the only true God. So you went to this verse as an authentic verse, as an authentic teaching of Jesus. So you can't say it's corrupted all of a sudden now.
Well, I think
You ready to become a Christian yet?
Yeah. Bro, I'm actually a Christian.
You're absolutely, you're actually
Because
a Christian?
I'm just I'm not sorry about my English, but I'm from Russia actually, and I'm just learning. So yes, I'm Christian. I'm the Orthodox Christian from Russia.
Why did you come up here to pretend to be a Muslim?
Well, because I need to talk with you because I want it, and I'm actually your fan. Something is the word.
But that's not how you do that. That's not the right way to go. Because right now you wasted my time,
Okay.
and when it comes to the other Muslims, we already get accused of bringing fake Muslims up, that people who pretend to be Muslims but they're really Christians. We already get accused of that. So when people like you do this, it doesn't help our case.
Okay, Avery, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that, bro.
So that's not cool, man. It's not cool. Yeah, this is tough, guys. I mean, you can't get it. I don't know if you, as a Christian, if you really are a Christian, if you can really get that more disrespectful than to come up on my stream and pretend to be a Muslim and waste my time like that. That is the utmost disrespect. I doubt your faith. I doubt you're walking with Christ if that's what you're doing. I really doubt it. So, Zay, you're on stage.
Hey, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, good.
Good. So
What's
what do you
the topic?
think? You're a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Did Jesus teach the Trinity or did he teach Tawhid?
He definitely taught Tawhid. Yeah, definitely.
Can you give me an example of him teaching Tawhid?
Give me an example where he taught the Trinity.
You made the claim, brother.
I'm assuming you're making the opposite claim, so I can't really think of one off
I
the top of my head.
I didn't make a claim at all yet.
I mean, you asked me a question. I'm just assuming if I was to give it my best judgment, he preached Tawhid.
Yeah, based on what? What is your judgment based on?
Just the fact that I don't believe Jesus prayed to multiple gods. I just believe he prayed to
That's
one God.
fine. I don't believe that either. That's awesome. Okay, you believe he prayed to the Father?
Oh yeah, man, most definitely, yeah.
Is that Tawhid?
Yeah.
So Tawhid is that Allah is the Father of Jesus? You cut out. Zay, did I lose you? Your connection cut out? All right, come back when your connection's better. Muhammad, how you doing? Muhammad, you're on stage going once.
Hello?
There we go. How you doing? All right, so he's out. And it's a good thing I figured out. We figured out how to not let these guests show their faces, huh? I'm pretty sure that I would have gotten flashed so many times already if they were still able to show themselves. These trolls coming up here, man. It's getting ridiculous. Zay, you back?
Hey, brother, I don't know what happened.
That's all good.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I saw
So
your lips moving, but I couldn't hear you. Were you able to hear me?
Nah.
Hey, Logic, this is my first time on this. Is it better to get on StreamYard on Chrome or on Safari?
Chrome, yeah.
I'm on Chrome, but it keeps going in and out.
You're on your phone?
I'm on my phone.
From the phone, it might be better to do Safari, honestly. From the phone, I think.
Okay. Do you mind if I get on Safari real quick and get back?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple super chats here. We got Jonah who says, keep it up, Avery. You're an inspiration to us all. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Dave says, in Proverbs 30, verse 4, is the answer is all the same, a.k.a. Yahweh. That's right. Patriotic Z says they will be intellectually and spiritually outsulted. Muhammad John paraphrase. Mimi definitely got zooted by the court in a sense. It's so funny. Oh yeah, didn't they give him like a fine? He had to pay a fine. Balance of Truth says, thanks for giving to the Lord, Avery. Amen to that. I'll do that every day that I can. Emmanuel says, first dude says he's Muslim, but doesn't know what Jesus preaches according to Islam. More jizya incoming. Sheikh Dilemma. Inshallah. Nice, man. Thank you for that. All right. We got, let's see. Didn't I just read that one? That's crazy. All right. Damien says, probably won't get you a coffee and sandwich, but this for your New York trip. Thank you so much, Damien. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, bro. Wholesome Meme says, God bless you, Chef. God bless you too. And we got Chunky who says, sad that you have to ask if you're Muslim or not. We got to do better, man. Yes, I agree. It is unfortunate that on a stream where it says Muslims only join, that I have to ask the guests that come up if they're Muslim, because I have Christians that will come up anyway, or Christians that will come up, or people claiming to be Christian will come up and fake like they're Muslim just to play games. We got Murray who says, you're doing God's work, Avery. God bless. Thank you so much. All right. Oh boy's taking too long. So let's go ahead and bring up our next guest. Shoot up, dee doo. Caesar, how's it going?
Hello, mate. You okay?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. I always watch you. You're quite a good guy, but I
thanks,
feel like
man.
you take the mick out. You take the mick out of Muslims a little bit sometimes. It's funny, but
I take the what out of Muslims?
Like the Mickey, like take the piss sometimes. It's funny. I do love like what Jesus has preached. Like it's just very interesting. But I just can't get over the fact that, like, if he was a god, why would he be a baby? And like 1 month, 2 months. So if he's God, would he be a baby? Or
what do you believe he preached? Do you believe he preached Christianity or Islam?
I feel like he preached love and righteousness, which is Islam is similar, right?
No way. In no way, shape, or form is Islam similar to love and righteousness. No.
Well, my parents are Turkish Muslims, and they taught me to be a good man, be righteous.
That's because your parents are good people. They have good, solid morals, but that's not coming from Islam, bro.
But we from an Islamic country, so
that means nothing. God has given us all, like for example, Hindus at the same time. Hindus also preach a level of righteousness and goodness and being good people, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean it's from God.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm a bit 50-50, to be honest. Obviously, like, yeah, I just always watch your debates, man. I respect what you do, but I don't know. Like, I'm still, but I feel like, why would God go into his own creation? That's another little question.
You don't believe that Allah does that?
So if Allah created us, he wouldn't go into his own creation.
So how did he talk with Moses and other prophets?
Like by sending prophets to.
So he sent prophets to prophets?
Like he sent prophets to the people. Yeah,
how did he talk to the prophet? I'm not asking how did he talk to the people.
Okay.
How did he talk to the prophets themselves?
That's a good question, really. Don't really know.
He would have to interact with his creation to engage with them, right?
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the Quran says that Allah spoke to Moses directly, without a mediator, without any middleman, like an angel, but Allah Himself revealed Himself to Moses. So
did God talk to Jesus then, or just Jesus knew? Like?
Oh yeah, well the Father and Jesus, of course, they're in constant communication with each other, perfect fellowship and union with each other.
Okay, fair enough, man. I don't really like go to religion literally. I just like believing, like faith and stuff. But I don't like literally every.
But that's not enough. You got to believe. You gotta believe in the gospel that Jesus preached, man, which is that he's the Son of God who came into the world to give his life for us, and that we have to trust in him for our salvation. Other than that, bro, your faith is in vain.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling me that I'm going to go to hell and stuff? Or
Without
is that how
Christ.
God...
If you don't have Christ, brother, if you're denying Christ and denying the gospel, yeah.
Yeah, but is that just? Do you think that's just?
Yeah. If you disregard Christ, if you disregard God and his message.
No, I'm not saying disregard God. I'm saying, obviously you believe in the gods, but do you have to follow the books word by word just to get into heaven?
You have to. This is how you get into heaven, brother. You have to believe that Jesus is the Son of God that came to die for your sins and rose again on the third day. You have to trust in him for your salvation. Or otherwise, you're going to have to face God on Judgment Day with your own sins. And because he's just, he's going to judge you accordingly to what you've done, the sins you've committed.
So being like a really nice guy doing good deeds is not enough. You have to believe in.
None of those things are good. None of
Bible, text by text.
You can't bribe God, bro. You're what
I'm
you
not
think.
bribing God, though.
No, you think. No, what I'm saying is that you think that you can earn God's mercy and forgiveness if you're nice enough to people or if you've done enough good things. You think that you can bribe him of his mercy, but you can't.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, but God is holy.
What do Christians? I know this is off topic, but what do Christians do to practice their religion? I don't even know what they do either, to be honest. Apart from going to church, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
well, there's a way that a Christian lives their life. They live their life in what is called the Bible says to present your bodies as a living sacrifice to the Lord. So it's how we live our life is how we practice our religion or walk out our faith. So we deny ourselves certain things. We pray. We live a lifestyle of prayer and thanksgiving, charity, and obedience to God, loving to others.
So it's similar to our religion.
There's there's similarities in the basics of, obviously in every religion they're going to pray to their deity. They're going to some religions fast, right? You have these different things that the people have in common. What matters is what is it that you are trusting in as the truth. That's what matters. What you trust in as the truth and what you deny, right? And so if you're denying that Jesus is the Son of God who died for your sins, then on that day, he's going to deny you, and you're going to have to face God on Judgment Day with your sins.
Is that very important? Is that very important that I have to believe he's the Son of God?
It's life and death, brother.
Is it? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Read the gospel, bro. Read the gospel.
Yeah, I will. I'll try. I'll give it a go.
All right, and keep listening, man. Keep listening. Keep checking us out, bro.
Yeah, I was watching you on Speaker's Corner in London. I was watching it. It's quite interesting. It's quite funny.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
But you won a lot of debates, to be fair, but fair enough. Anyway, man, nice chatting to you, bro.
You too, man. Take care.
Yeah, man. Bye.
All right, Zay, you back? Zay? Zay, going once, going twice. All right, Zay's having too many issues. Bring up Shahid. Shahid, how you doing?
How are you doing, Mr. Avery?
I'm good.
Okay, so I see today your topic is did Jesus preach Trinity or Tawhid?
Yes.
Okay, so let's I'm granting you that the Bible teaches Tawhid. Trinity. And from the Bible. So let us imagine a bottle of water to the Bible is all pure. And from within the Bible, I'm going to drop in 2 drops of Tawhid. Can you please read the verses and tell me how come a book is teaching Trinity and Tawhid at the same time. So can you please, my brother, read John 17:3, and can you give me? I see your name is Sheikh, so you're knowledgeable. Give me a tafsir. Give me a tafsir of the John 17:3, please, for
Sure.
your whole audience. Tell me, what do you think it means, and what does Jesus mean when he says that?
Sure.
All yours.
So he says that this is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. So here, Jesus, speaking of the Father, says that the Father is the only true God, and that knowing him and Jesus Christ is the way to salvation.
No.
Eternal life.
You have to go. Let's read the verse
My
together.
question
please.
is, hold on one second, my brother. My question is Allah being the Father compatible with Tawhid?
We never call God, Allah, the Father. Just make that clear. We do not say God is anyone's father.
So
That's
then,
number one.
therefore,
No. Let me.
it's not about Tawhid, right?
No. Let's go back to the verse, brother. Let's go back.
I'm on the verse. According to the verse,
So,
the true God is the Father, and in Islam, according to Tawhid, Allah is not a father of anyone, right?
I'm not. We will deal with the Quran after. Let's
No,
deal.
I'm not,
As I said,
we're not dealing with the Quran necessarily.
sorry, brother. Your topic is about the Bible and Jesus in the Bible.
She, can you listen for a second, bro?
Go ahead.
So you pointed to this verse, and you said that this verse teaches Tawhid.
Yes.
So I'm asking, is Allah being the Father compatible with Tawhid?
Allah is not anyone's father. Allah is the creator and sustainer.
So is that a no?
You're asking me, Allah and Father, there is no similarities there.
So just to be clear, it's not compatible with Tawhid to say that God is the Father, correct?
No, because God says to call him Allah. God did not say, because he said, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say he is Allah, the unique, the one and unique. So no Muslim can say God is the Father. No Muslim.
So therefore, since Jesus is saying that the true God, the only true God, is the Father, therefore Jesus here is not a Muslim, nor is he teaching Tawhid, right?
I wouldn't agree with that, because let's go to the verse. So that they may know you. Who is the you?
The Father.
And what does it mean? Only true God.
There's no God outside of him.
So God, as you all say, the Father, you call him the Father. Christians call God the Father. And he is saying, Jesus, there is no other God. Only you alone is God. That is Tawhid. Which means,
okay, so just to be clear, I want you to pay attention to what you're saying.
Yes.
You just said that you cannot have Tawhid by calling God the Father. That goes against Tawhid.
No, brother.
Right? So,
no, brother.
Okay, so I'll remember, I asked this very clearly. I'll ask it for the last time. Is it compatible with Tawhid that Allah is a father? Yes or no? Please give me a clear, straightforward answer so that we don't have to backtrack here again. Please give me a straightforward answer.
He begets not, nor was he begotten.
That's not an answer to my question, respectfully.
He begets not, so he's the father of no one. I'm answering your question.
I'm going to give you one last try. Is it compatible with Tawhid that Allah is the Father? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. Does Jesus here in this verse refer to the Father as the true God?
Only.
Is that a yes?
You're forgetting yes. You're forgetting one word. The only.
Is that a
true God.
yes? That he recognizes the Father as the only true God.
Right. Yes.
So Jesus says that the only true God is his Father.
No, not his
Now,
father.
according
Brother,
to
you're
Tawhid,
not reading the Bible properly, brother.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
According to Tawhid, Allah is not the Father. So is Jesus preaching Tawhid according to this verse?
Brother, read the verse again. You
Is
said
Jesus
his father.
preaching Tawhid according to this
putting
verse?
his.
Yes or no?
You put in his. It's not his
Last
father.
chance. Is Jesus teaching Tawhid when he says that the Father is the only true God?
Right.
Yes
Yes.
or
He's teaching.
no?
Yes, he's teaching Tawhid here in that verse.
All right, awesome. You take care of yourself. Don't come back. Do not come back. You're banned. Good Lord. Muslims. 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 What can you do? Ahmed, how you doing? Never go full Muslim, y'all. Never go full Muslim.
Go
How you
full
doing?
Muslim, y'all.
You're
It's the
full
only
Muslim?
true way.
Oh no. If you went full Muslim, you're gonna be sounding like the guy that was just up here, contradicting himself left and right and double talking. That's gonna be you?
Well, I don't think so. He made a good point, but he was unfortunately like not able to defend himself to the full aspect.
So you believe that his point is a good point?
Yeah, the John 17:3, right?
Yeah,
That's
John
the verse he
17,
was
3.
talking about.
You agree with him that that's teaching Tawhid?
Yes, because of Tawhid, the meaning of Tawhid, it means that there is only one true God.
No,
Now,
it
it's
doesn't.
against,
Tawhid means unification, unification of God.
like,
So the unification of his
monotheism.
attributes, his names,
Yes.
his qualities, all of that unified to make Allah what he is. That's Tawhid.
Yes.
So is Allah a father?
It's against Islam to call Allah Father. That's true. But
Is it
by the
against Tawhid?
definition, no. Because as you also confirmed, Tawhid means like unification of God.
Of Allah specifically.
If the meaning of Tawhid was you need to accept all of the things about Islam, then you would be correct. But by definition, you can have Tawhid without believing in Islam.
But you just said that referring to God as a father goes against
Yes.
Islam, but not
Yes.
Tawhid. But you can't have Islam without Tawhid or Tawhid without Islam. You really are full Muslim.
You can have Tawhid without Islam, but not Islam without Tawhid. That's right.
You said you can have what? You can have Islam
You
without
can-
Tawhid?
No, you can.
Can you have Tawhid without Islam?
Yes. But not Islam without Tawhid. It makes sense. Don't laugh. Why are you laughing? If it doesn't make sense to you, please explain. Well, because what I'm saying is true.
Okay. If I believe in one God,
Yes.
I believe that this one God is the creator of everything, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the sustainer and master of all things, the sovereign ruler and owner of everything.
Okay.
But it's a statute. Is that Tawhid? Am I in line with Tawhid?
No. The statue as a meaning like
Whoa.
it's on earth, right?
Whoa. Of course it's here on earth.
Okay. If you were to say a statue as in like above time, above space, above like everything, then that would if it was like a unification, that would be against Islam as well. But not by definition Tawhid, because
but not Tawhid.
yeah,
So that would still be Tawhid, just not Islam.
yes. What I'm saying is true. You know it as well. Why are you? If you think it's false, please explain. Like, give your reasons.
I've already explained it, bro. And I think
You
that
give me the definition of
this
Tawhid.
is Tawhid is a Islamic doctrine of Allah, the unification of Allah. It's
The unification of God.
It's not about God in general. It's not about any other gods or anybody. It's specifically about Allah of Islam and about his qualities and the attributes that he has and his lordship and his names, all unified to make him who and what he is.
No, that's Islamic belief, what you are describing.
No, I'm describing Tawhid. That's what Tawhid is. If you say that Tawhid, you can be a non-Muslim outside of Islam, believe things that directly go against Islam while at the same time upholding Tawhid is crazy.
Tawhid derived from the Islam, you are correct. But by
Tawhid
definition,
is
it means
Islam. Tawhid is Islam.
No, the word Tawhid means the oneness of God.
No, it doesn't. It means the unification.
It does, bro.
of Allah.
Yeah, oneness, unification, same thing.
So when Jesus is teaching that God is his father and that he's God's son, that's Tawhid.
No, when you added he's God's son to that.
I didn't add that. That's in John 17:3. God is his father. That's what he says. God is his father.
So father in a sense of like endearment, like
So now there's a sense that
as in like authority over you.
Is Allah a father in any sense?
No.
Okay. So let's not waste time with breaking down other senses of fatherhood that still don't work, because no sense is Allah a father. So let's not waste our time. So because Allah is absolutely not a father in any way, shape, or form, Jesus teaching that God is his father, that's not Tawhid, is it? Or Islam, right?
It's not Islam as in like the religion that Prophet Muhammad came with. You are correct.
Is it Tawhid?
Yes, because it says only true God, as in like oneness, unification of God.
You can uphold Tawhid by believing God is a statute, and you can also uphold Tawhid by believing that God has a son. Is that right?
I already said like you are saying statute to throw this like throw a red herring or something.
I didn't throw a red herring. I'm going with what you say. You said
okay.
So just be clear, you can affirm Tawhid while believing that God has a son.
Son in a what sense?
Take care of yourself. Elijah the King, are you a Muslim? Elijah the King, going once, going twice. All right. Zay, you back?
Twice. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
Zay, you gotta echo, bro. Your sound is too bad, man. So you just probably gotta come in on another day. Wait till you can get to your computer and come on and join the stream, okay? Whew. Oh man. Dealing with Muslims. You definitely have to have a certain personality to do this. You really do. Because it really is hard not to call these people what they are, you know? It really is tough. It really is tough sometimes. Because man, we are dealing with people who are under a demonic stupor. Demonically stupid, man. That's the only way to explain it.
Yo.
Yo.
You hear me?
Yep.
All right.
You're Muslim?
Yes, I am.
All right. So what do you think? Did Jesus preach Christianity or Islam?
That Isa or Jesus, he preached Islam.
All right. Can you give me an example of him preaching Islam?
Yes, because he said to worship the Father and not him, and therefore and there's a
Where did he say that?
Huh?
Where did he say that?
Well, I think the presupposing as the Bible as the truth is already where your argument comes to a flaw.
I didn't presuppose anything. I just asked you a question on what he taught. You made a claim, and then I asked you where did he say that. I didn't presuppose anything.
Well, he said in the Quran and he said in the Bible as well.
Okay. So where in the Bible did he say worship the Father and not me?
It's John 20:17, I believe. Something like around that.
No, he doesn't say anything like that there. He says, do not cling to me, for I ascend to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. He didn't say only worship the Father, don't worship me. Where did he say worship the Father only, don't worship me? Where did he say that?
Well, at least, I guess, okay, because I'm not really knowledgeable about like specific verses in the Bible, but more so in the Quran. There's many verses in the Quran where God says that Isa or Jesus is not his son.
That's fine and all, but that's just a claim from the Quran
Okay.
that has nothing to do with Jesus or connection with Jesus, because it comes way after and it's not connected with anybody who knew him, walked with him, talked with him, or anybody close to that area. So to know what Jesus taught, we don't go to the Quran. We would need to go to what Jesus taught, the gospel, right?
Sure. But the gospel has been changed multiple times through history.
Let me ask you this. If I were to tell you that the Quran was changed multiple times throughout history, how would you respond to me?
That it hasn't been changed because it's been translated in its original language.
Yeah, what if I insisted that it's been changed? What would you then say to me?
Well, you have no proof that it has been changed.
So you would ask me for proof.
Yeah.
And what proof would you expect me to show you?
Of the Quran being changed?
Yeah.
A different version of the Quran.
A different version of the Quran. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I showed you a different version of the Quran, then that would mean that the Quran has been changed.
Yes.
You sure?
Are you talking about a translation of the Quran, or are you talking about the Quran itself?
The Quran itself in Arabic.
Yes.
Okay. You want to see that?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Okay. Do you speak Arabic?
No.
That's all right. You have a Quran on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I want you to go to chapter 37, verse 12.
Chapter 37, verse 12. Uh, 37. All right.
What does it say?
In English?
Yeah.
Truly you marvel while they ridicule.
Truly you marvel while they ridicule. Who's speaking?
God.
And who's he speaking to?
Well, it's revealed to the prophet. So anytime he's either addressing the prophet or the people
right.
that the prophet is talking to.
You're right. He's talking to Muhammad because people, after Muhammad was reciting to certain pagans, they mocked his revelation, and so or ridiculed it, and so that he was marveled or shocked by it, and so Allah's responding and saying, you marvel while they mock or while they ridicule. You're surprised while they mock, right?
Yeah.
The Arabic word there for you wonder or you marvel is ajebta. Ajebta,
yeah.
Which means you wonder. Now, there's another version of the Quran. It's called the Caliph Quran on Hamza.
The Caliph.
Yeah, Caliph. Khalaf. I'm gonna show it on the screen so you can see it. If you want to see it.
Back to the thing, I was searching it up.
Okay. But here, let me just turn my screen around so you can see it. There we go. Oops. All right, there we go. All right. So, this right here, Caliph, on the authority of Hamza. This one says Ajab 2. You wonder. I wonder. I marvel while they ridicule, while they mock. So the subject changes from you, Allah speaking to Muhammad about Muhammad, to Allah speaking about himself. He goes from you marvel while they mock to I marvel while they mock. And there's the little difference there in the Arabic. It even color codes it on the page for you.
Yes, but the overall point, the Quran isn't changed though, or nor the message that was in the said sentence.
Oh, it is, because one is saying that Muhammad was the one that marveled, the other one is saying that Allah's the one that marveled. Those aren't the same thing, right?
No, but even if I was using your point, then it doesn't really change the meaning of the.
It does. The whole meaning has changed because it goes. Which one of them was marveled? Is it Muhammad or is it Allah?
Because the essence of it is not focusing on the subject; it's talking about the people that are ridiculing.
No,
I'm not using ChatGPT, bro. I'm literally speaking.
No, it's okay. The essence is about the subject being marveled. It's either you marveled while they mocked or I marveled while they mocked. Those are two completely different things, bro. We can't sit here and say that they're not.
It's really not. Like it's not.
So if I say I sat in this chair versus you sat in this chair, you're saying that that's the same exact thing?
No, because the subject of the sentence is talking about who was sitting in the chair. This sentence, the meaning of it is talking about who marveled.
It's talking about who marveled. Who was surprised? Was it Allah or was it Muhammad?
Okay, so this minor point doesn't prove that the Quran has been changed in any way when the Bible has been proven to be changed multiple times.
My brother, remember what you said. Remember what you said.
This is the original Arabic in front of you. This is someone else.
You're right. Is this a different version than the one you have?
No, it's not, because it's the same Arabic.
It's the different Arabic, which is why the word changes, Ibrahim.
Bro, if you're gonna give me such a minor point to dilute from what I'm saying, then that's your fault. Because you know that the Bible has been changed multiple times because Jesus spoke in Aramaic, and then there's so many Bibles that are not even Aramaic or don't even go back to it.
This is very unfortunate. There's a lot because you went full Muslim on me. I'll ask you again, and I need you to focus.
Okay,
and please be as honest as you can. Okay.
Of course, yeah, of course I can.
All right.
I'm not crying, but
I didn't say that.
No. I'm just reading the comments. That's all. I'm chilling.
Please do not focus on the comment section. There's nothing but a distraction. Focus on what we're talking about. So can we agree, both of us as adult men who know, how language is and how sentences work, that if something changes from you to I, that is a completely different meaning?
No.
So if I say, like I asked you earlier, I punched you in the face.
Yes.
Versus you punched you in the face. Is that the same exact thing?
No, because the meaning of the sentence is completely changed when you change the subject.
Say that again. The meaning of the sentence changes completely when you what?
When you change that subject, because
when you change the subject, you don't even have to explain why. We know why, because we're adults and we know language.
Because
so when you change the subject, please pay attention, Ibrahim. I'm trying to have patience.
Okay.
So according to what you just said,
yes,
when you change the subject in the sentence, it completely changes the sentence, correct?
No, I'm talking about in that sentence.
Get out of here. You're too dishonest.
Okay.
You're too dishonest.
I'm dishonest.
You're too dishonest. You're too much of a liar. And as long as you keep doing, I just want you to know this. The longer that you do this, bro, you continue to demonstrate in front of thousands that Islam is the dumbest religion ever. Because this is what it does to you. It has you contradict yourself. It has you ignore obvious things. It has you suppress your common sense. Because when you just said something out of common sense, like, when you change the subject in a sentence, it completely changes the sentence. All of a sudden, that doesn't work when it comes to the Quran. Get off my stage. You're too dishonest. I'm not too dishonest. Too dishonest. Repent, leave this religion so that you do not stay as dumb as this. Leave. Get out of there, man. All the Muslims listening. Leave this religion so that you don't have to be this dumb. Insane. Get out of there. Jesus Christ will save you from this stupor. I promise you. He's done it for so many already. He can do it for you. You don't have to be this. You don't. You do not have to be this. Glory to God for those who left Islam, who God has pulled out of there. He's calling all of you to leave Islam. You don't have to embarrass yourselves this way and be this dumb, this dishonest, this much of a liar, this intellectually stupid, having no integrity in conversations. You don't have to be this.
Yo, God loves you. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? You a Muslim?
Hell no, I'm a Christian. I just wanted you to bring me up. Hey, bro, I just wanted to say, bro, I respect your work, brother.
Oh, man. God bless you.
Your work, brother. And
thank you.
Have a good one, bro. Keep debunking these Muslims, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. God bless you, bro.
Have a good one, bro.
All right, peace. All right. He said, hell no. Oh, man.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
So what did he teach? Christianity or Islam?
No, he taught Islam. What does Luke 14:28 say?
What does it say?
It says the Father is greater than I, but you guys say everybody in the Trinity is equal.
Can you show me that in Luke chapter 14, verse 28? Can you show me that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you want me to read it out, or what do you want?
Yeah. Go to Luke chapter 14 and read out verse 28 for me. Oh, man. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. Jesus said, "For the Father is greater than I." In Luke chapter 14, verse 28. Love it. So much knowledge these guys have, man. They really know the scripture. They really know the scripture, man. While he's getting that, let's go ahead and read some super chats here. You know, leader, I can't hear you if you're off the app, just to let you know. Maybe you already know that, but yeah. Luke chapter 14, verse 28, leader. Mash Yeshua.
Oh yeah, hello.
Yeah, did you find it?
Oh yeah. No, I got that wrong. It was John 14:28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in John 14:28, Jesus is teaching that he's teaching Islam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
no. He's contradicting the Trinity.
So is he teaching Islam there or no?
No. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm refuting Christianity, and then I'm going to prove Islam is true, which shows he preached Islam and not Christianity. That's my argument.
So where does he preach Islam? Could you show me that?
My friend, what you just totally dismissed what I just said.
I think that
That's
you
not
dismissed.
the argument I'm going for.
I see. So you're bringing an argument that has nothing to do with my question. That's what I'm starting to see.
But it has something to do with the topic, though.
Really?
And that's what matters.
The topic is, go ahead and read the topic out for me, leader.
Yeah. Did Jesus preach Christianity or Islam?
Okay. And how did your argument answer this question?
Okay. Yeah. So here's how it answers it. So if I refute Christianity, it shows Christianity is false. And Christianity obviously believes that Jesus preached Christianity. And if I refute Christianity, it refutes that specific statement.
What time is it over there for you? What time is it for you over there?
It's 11:20.
So it's pretty late, I could tell. You're not thinking straight.
Really? Why? Can you tell me why is that false? I wanna learn.
I don't think you want to learn. I've talked to you enough times to know that you don't want to learn anything, and that you.
No, I promise.
You like to sit in this type of ideology that you have, bro. And that's okay. You're comfortable.
I don't mean no disrespect, man. I promise. I
didn't say you mean any disrespect. I never said that you disrespected me. You've never disrespected me. I just what I'm saying is that you're
But you can just tell me why my argument is false, and then I'll actually learn from it. I'll be you know what, wallahi, I'll be 100%. I've said wallahi.
Imagine this. No, when you guys say wallahi, even then you lie. So just that means nothing to me. I didn't say you as Muslims don't. You acted like you saying wallahi means I'm telling the truth now.
Yeah, that we treat that very seriously, man.
No, you guys don't. No, you guys don't.
We do. We swearing by Allah, man.
Okay. If let's do this thought experiment really quick. Ask me a question about Christianity. Ask me anything.
Okay. So why does Jesus contradict the Trinity in John 14:28?
Well, over there in chapter 4, verse 171 of the Quran, it says that they neither killed him nor did they crucify him. And in chapter 5, verse 68, it says, "Say, O people of the book, you have nothing to stand on unless you stand on the Torah and the gospel and all that's been revealed to you from your Lord." And in chapter 98, verse 6, it says, "Those who disbelieve among the people of the book and the polytheists will have their abode in hellfire. They are among the worst of creatures." And then chapter 112, verse 1 says, "Ku uluhu al-ahad." Say Allah is the one of.
Yeah. So
did that answer your question?
No.
What? How did that? What do you mean? How did I answer your question?
Because none of what you said has anything to do in relation to my question, and I'm not sure.
Say
what
that
does this
again.
have to do with
Say
what
that.
we're talking
Wait,
about.
wait. Say that again. Why
None
didn't
of-
what I say answer your question?
Because you didn't defend John.
No. Say
14:28.
what you said again. Why did nothing that I say have anything to do or didn't answer your question? Why is that?
Because the words you used, and the sentences you said, none of that have anything to do with the question I asked.
Wow.
That's what I said.
Wow. So therefore,
Yeah.
me just talking and saying words, and even giving some references,
Are you
didn't.
saying that's what I did?
That's
or-
exactly what you did. I had a question
Really?
up here. I asked you a question, and you went on talking about
I
something
like how you're not defending the
that had
Bible as well.
nothing to do. Excuse me. Nothing to do with what I asked. So now that you know how it feels, maybe now you won't do it to me again. Because that sucks. It sucks, bro. It sucks having to ask a question multiple times, and the person that you want to engage with begins to say words and talk about everything else other than what you asked them. You know? So let's try this again.
Yeah.
Did Jesus preach Christianity or did he preach Islam?
He preached Islam.
Show me how.
Okay, you know what? Since you don't really want to engage in my argument and defend the Bible, I'll give you an argument you are looking for. It says in the Bible that, now I don't remember the verse word to word, but it was, do not worship me, but worship the Father, the one and only true God. It was something like that.
Show me the verse.
I don't remember the verse number and all that, but I'm 100% sure it does exist. Because
Okay, so all you got to do is put what you just said into Google and the verse will come up. It'll give you the verse. Put in the words you just said. Do not worship me, worship only the Father. Bible verse. Put that in the Google search.
All right. Give me like 30 seconds.
I got you. I'll just read some super chats in the meantime. Okay.
Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith.
Intermediate music here.
Allah gave me faith. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah.
Yep. All right, let's get to some super chats. While Allah has given us faith. All right, we got $100 super chat from Raul Perez. Thank you so much, Raul. God bless you, brother, for that very generous gift. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. We got, let's see, I'm trying to get to the ones I haven't read. Patriotic Z says Tawhid means unification / unification. And that literally what the Trinity is. Unifying the person. Wale B says, bless you and your work, my brother. Thank you so much, Wale. God bless you. Oh, I already read Murray's super chat. Let's see here. All right. Not an atheist says inland revenue and customs be upon the PDF Muhammad. All right. Coming hard, huh? Patriotic Z says Mimi has to pay like $900K. Was called a liar and a fabricator. Oh. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the verse where Jesus says, so in John 17:3, Jesus says, do not worship me, worship only the Father? I'm going to give you another chance to be honest right now. You just looked at the verse. I know the verse. We all know the verse. We've all been through this verse today in the same live stream. Does John 17:3 say, does Jesus say in John 17:3, do not worship me, only worship the Father. Is that what he says? Get off my stage and don't come back. You're an absolute liar. You're an absolute. Oh, sorry, guys. Man, you guys didn't even catch that on YouTube. Well, it's all right. You missed it. He said that he found the verse, and the verse was John 17:3. And in John 17:3, Jesus says the words, do not worship me, only worship the Father. He said that that's what John 17:3 says. So then I gave him ample opportunity to be honest about what the verse says. Because he knows, and we know, that that's not what the verse says. So I gave him an opportunity to be honest. And he doubled down, tripled down on his lie. Muslims. You got to be a Muslim. And in order to be a Muslim, you got to lie. Without lies, what happens, y'all? What happens to Islam without lies? Y'all tell me. Y'all know the saying. Without lies? That's right. Islam dies. That's right. In order to be a Muslim, you have to be a liar like your father, the devil. That's what it takes. That's what we're seeing, guys. That's what it takes. Because an honest Muslim is a what, y'all? What kind of Muslim is an honest Muslim, ladies and gents? What kind of Muslim is an honest Muslim? That's the truth. That's right. That's the truth. You got it. That's the truth. An honest Muslim is an ex-Muslim. Okay. Super chat from JB says, was it nice when Jesus deleted the tree? Oh, yeah. Man, was that last night? I think that was last night. Timothy says Islam is empty. Makes sense that Muslims' arguments are just as worthless and void. Yeah. Crypto Sifu says, Avery, I've been, as Crossroads Apologetics on Twitter, been cooking / training grok whilst refining my debate skills regarding Islam, Jehovah's Witness, Judaism, etc. I'll email you transcripts soon from Crossroads Apologetics Gmail. Okay. For sure, crypto. Unification / unity. All right. Unify. Unification / unify. All right, Patriotic Z. Your first super chat was tampered with. Okay, let's bring up Uthman. How you doing, man?
Yo, hello, Logic.
Hello.
How are you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Too.
You good?
I'm good too, bro. Yeah.
Good. So what you think, man? Did Jesus teach the Trinity or did he teach Tawhid?
Yeah, I have actually two arguments. First is Jesus said in John 14:28 that the Father is greater than I. And I done some research among the scholars that were talking about this, about God being the Father in the Gospel. So I find the Ibn Taymiyyah's references about this. And for example, he stated that the word Father isn't inherently haram as long as it doesn't imply Allah having children. So it's metaphorically. So what I'm asking you a question. What do you think about that?
You want to know my thoughts on Ibn Taymiyyah saying that it's okay to refer to Allah as a father as long as it doesn't imply that he has children?
Yeah.
Does a father have children, bro?
Father.
Yeah, does a father have children?
Well, in the gospel, I think.
The word father. What does the word father mean, man?
It's just, you know, it's word is the word in the gospel, and I.
What does the word father mean?
Actually, of course, in the general sense, it means that father.
Take care. Zay, your stuff working now?
Yeah, it should be working. You hear me?
As soon as you said it's working, it cut out.
Do you hear me now?
You're lagging, man.
But do you hear me?
He said, but do I hear you? This won't be
Hold
able
on,
to work
hold on.
if you're lagging over there, man.
Hey, brother, you hear me?
NM, you're on stage.
Yes.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
Good.
I want to bring you 2 Bible verses and 1 argument about the Trinity.
Well, first you need to answer,
Do you hear
did
me?
Jesus preach the Trinity or did he preach Tawhid? What do you think?
My connection is bad. I really don't hear you properly.
You guys got to make sure your connection is good before
I'm
you.
sorry, I have to go because I think it's not working well.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, make sure your connections and your microphones, everything is working before trying to come up. All right. Emmanuel, are you a Muslim? And if you are, you have to connect your device so that I can bring you up. Please and thank you. All right. Rough crowd today. I'll tell you that. It's a rough crowd. Have not had a solid, thorough conversation just yet. Princess San, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So what do you think? Did Jesus preach Christianity or Islam?
Why will he preach Christianity? He didn't read of himself. No, I think he preached Islam.
You think he preached Islam? Why do you think that?
Yeah, I believe that he preached the only true God. He is the Father, to be worshipped alone with no partners. And he asked our prophet.
Do you guys know that you guys fall into the same trap that the previous Muslim falls into every single time? Do you guys not hear? You didn't hear any of the previous guests?
Who is the previous Islam? Muslims.
Does Tawhid teach that Allah is the Father?
What do you mean by father? Having an ontological divine son? No, he doesn't teach that. But
Does
having a
Tawhid
father,
teach that Allah is the Father in any sense?
no, it doesn't affirm that he's a father. But I believe in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, when it says that, is he not your father? Your creator. So he's a father.
So that's not Tawhid, right? Because Tawhid does not teach that Allah is the Father, but you're going to verses that teach that God is the Father. So that's not Tawhid, right?
No, the Tawhid does not affirm the term father. It doesn't use it, but
It goes,
you
it
know,
goes, it goes against it, doesn't it? Wouldn't it go against Tawhid to say that Allah is a Father in any way?
where does this, where in the Quran and the Hadith does it say that your God is not like Allah is not a father in any sense?
It says that one, Allah doesn't beget nor is he begotten. Two, it says that the only way that you can come to Allah is as a slave, not as a son. That's chapter 19, verse 93.
Yeah, I understand, but yeah, that is what I say, that he's not a father, divine son, but he's a father as long as he's your creator and you believe in him and you obey him.
Let's do this again. According to your Quran verse, it says, there is none in the heavens or the earth that can come to Allah except as a slave. According to that verse, can you come to him as a son?
How is that a denial of you as being his sonship?
Even the
Yo,
Muslims
can
are
you?
even the Muslims are begging you to answer this correctly in the comment section.
Okay, bro. Okay, let's do this one. You believe that we affirm the Torah and the Injil, right? The
Can
5
you
books of the.
come to Allah according to your Quran verse? I'll repeat it again, and then maybe you can answer the question this time. Okay, Prince Hassan?
Okay, no problem.
All right. The verse says, there is nobody can come to Allah except as a slave. So according to that verse, what's the only way that you can come to Allah? What's the only relationship you can have?
Yeah, I believe as a slave and a master.
Awesome. So can you have a son and a father relationship with Allah according to the verse?
No, you cannot have.
Thank you. So this verse eliminates, disregards, puts away, erases, gets rid of any type of sense that Allah could be a father. Correct?
Where does he say that?
Where does it say that?
Yeah, yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. So what is the argument, man?
So the argument is that when you said that Jesus taught that the Father is the true God and to worship the Father, that he's actually going against Tawhid, because Tawhid teaches that Allah is not a father and has no sons. Correct?
Okay, no problem. First of all, you are equivocating here because at the coming of the Prophet ﷺ, he abrogated the term of father. But at the time of Jesus and at the time of the Prophet, I have no issues addressing him as a father.
So to be clear, the qualities of Allah can be abrogated?
How is that equality? Yeah, because if you read chapter 5 of the Quran, when Allah says that. Okay.
When he says what? I'm curious.
Yeah, when he says that, did you say that they are the son of Allah? But Allah says that he's not. They are not his son. Do you believe that there is an ontological divine son he's talking about there? Or
And
what is it?
He even addresses it metaphorically. He says even when they say that he's their metaphorical children, he says no to it. You see how he denies even a metaphorical sense? He says no.
Yeah. Like in the book of Deuteronomy, he denies them as
No.
their father, right?
No, not in Deuteronomy, in the Quran. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, both in the Quran and Deuteronomy, he denies them.
In Deuteronomy, he literally says they're his children.
No, he says that you're not. He says that you're no longer my children because you have disobeyed me. You have disbelieved me. So you are his.
Can you show me the verse?
I believe it's Deuteronomy chapter 32:5, or was it 6?
Show me. No, I'm gonna just not waste time. It doesn't say that, bro. It actually says the opposite, that he is their father.
What does he say? He says that am I not your father? Your creator.
That's a level of stupidity that, man, absolute numbnuts.
Hey, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Can I ask you a question before we start, bro?
Yes, but okay, yeah. Ask.
Have you gone full Muslim?
What? Have you gone full Muslim?
Have you gone full Muslim?
What does that mean?
It's just it'll help me like kind of weigh out how to engage with
Can I
you.
help you? You confuse me. Are you full Muslim?
Yeah.
What is that for answer?
Have you gone full Muslim yet?
What is that for answer, brother? I am here for a question or something to prove to you. I don't want to waste my time with this full Muslim. I am a Muslim, so I told you before. So I am here because you say,
I'm gonna take that
did
as a
Jesus
yes.
preach Christianity or Islam? Brother,
Yeah.
I don't know what is. Are you full Christian?
Yes, I am.
And who is half Christian? Who is that?
Who is what?
That is what I mean. You are a Christian, I am a Muslim. You don't exist half Christian, half Muslim, or I don't know what. But we
So
go
you
further.
went. So you went full
First of
Muslim.
all,
Okay.
I don't know what does it mean, full Muslim. What is that?
Have you ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Oh, brother, I go just to my question because it is waste of time. So, brother, I'm here because you say, did Jesus preach Christianity or Islam? Yes, he preached Islam. He don't preach Christianity because Christianity at that time from Jesus don't exist. Yes, to be clear. And you know that I see a lot of my brothers, they discuss with you like all the Orthodox Muslim. You can lie here. I have my knowledge, brother, and you have your knowledge. But you know, Christianity don't exist. Even Jesus, he don't preach Christianity. He don't preach that. You follow Paul. You don't follow Jesus. First of all, why he preach Islam? I will tell you. First of all, if I see Mark 12:29, he say, the Lord our God is one. It is La ilaha illallah. Yes? If you see in Arabic, so this is one God, La ilaha illallah. Then if I go further of this one, he says in Matthew 11:21, no, to 25, Jesus say, I thank you, Father, Lord of the heaven and earth. So that is Alhamdulillah. That is the Islam. And then we go further about this one. So in John 12:13, Jesus say in Aramaic language, he says, Yes, he says, in the name of God. And how you say this in Aramaic language, it is Bishmi Allah. So we say Bismillah. When we go further, brother. I have a lot of things here. The last time I studied the Bible, but I don't know, guys, from where you get that Jesus is God. I don't know this one.
Can I stop you?
If I go further, Wait, 1 minute, brother.
I already gave you.
1 minute.
I gave you 3.
So then,
So it's my turn
okay,
now.
the last one.
No, it's my turn.
The last one, brother. The last one.
It's
The
my
last
turn.
one. Please, the last one. It is the really.
It's my
Because
turn.
Jesus, if you.
It's my turn.
Yeah, but it is the important.
It's my turn.
The important, but okay.
It's my turn.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So.
Did I lie what I say? Did I lie? Did I lie?
Yes.
Or did I say the truth? So I am a full Muslim. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you lied.
Now I will see you if you have a brain. You see my picture. You see my picture.
It's my turn now.
In my picture, we give brain to a
It's
Christian.
my turn
we
now.
Say no thanks.
It's my turn now.
Okay.
It's my turn now.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna see which one of us doesn't have the brain yet. Okay. So in Mark chapter 12, that's the first one you quoted, where Jesus is quoting the Shema, and he says, talks about what the greatest commandment is. Can you stop rumbling around, man? There's too much noise you're making.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, brother, because I take my books. I want to talk with facts, not with.
That's fine. Just hold off for a second so that I can talk to you without making all that noise. Okay, just hold on a second. All right. So now let's go ahead and let's read Mark chapter 12. We'll read verse 29, and we'll actually keep reading to see what else Jesus says also in that same context. Okay.
Oh, you will show me the contradiction.
No, I'm not going to show you any contradiction. We're going to see what Jesus, if what he's preaching matches with Christianity or if it matches with Islam. And I'll let you to see if you have a brain. We'll see what you say. It says, and one of the scribes came up and heard them disputing with one another. Seeing that, he answered them well, asked him which commandment is the most important of all. Jesus answered, the most important is, and he quotes Deuteronomy 6:4, which says, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. And the scribe said to him, you are right, teacher. You have truly said that he is one and there is no one besides him. And to love him with all your heart and with all your understanding and strength, and to love one's neighbor as himself is much more than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. And when Jesus saw that he answered wisely, he said to him, you are not far from the kingdom of God. And after that, no one dared to ask him any more questions. And Jesus taught in the temple. And as Jesus taught in the temple, he said, now I want you to pay attention to this, Anonymous. How can the scribes say that the Christ is the son of David? David himself in the Holy Spirit declared, the Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I put your enemies under your feet. David himself calls him Lord. So how is he his son? And the great throng heard him gladly. So my question to you is this, in the same context where he tells us what the greatest commandment is the same context where Jesus says that he is the Lord of David and the other prophets, who sits at the right hand of the Lord, who is the Father, on high, until the Father puts all his enemies under his feet. Is this what Islam teaches? That Jesus is the Lord who sits at the right hand of Allah?
Islam teach you that he sits on the right side from Allah.
Yeah, is that,
you read now the Bible, brother.
Is that what Islam teaches?
Islam. Don't confuse me, brother. You read the Bible now, yes?
Is that Islam, yes or no?
Islam teaches you one God, one, not 10.
All right,
Don't go to Islam,
I'm going to ask you one last
After
time.
this,
I'm going to ask you one last
Islam.
time,
Don't
Anonymous.
confuse
I'm going to give
me.
you one
Then
chance.
he say
Be
one
quiet,
God.
please. Be quiet. One last chance. Does this match Islam that Jesus is teaching that he is the Lord who sits at the right hand of the Lord? Is this what Islam teaches? Yes or no?
No, he's a prophet from us.
Awesome.
He's my prophet.
So Jesus is not teaching Islam here, right?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, try this for this public that he see you. You cannot try to me this. He said clearly, the Lord.
Go on about your business, big dog. Go on about your business.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, so my name is Muhammad. I've been a follower for you like, I think a week now because I'm new to TikTok. And I just actually wanted to talk to you. So, where to start?
Okay, awesome. Okay, we can enjoy that. So what do you think, man? What do you think that Jesus taught Christianity or Islam? What do you think?
All right, so I'm just gonna have my laptop here because I have some notes and everything, and I'm gonna just read them, okay?
That's cool.
So according to Islam, we believe that since Adam till Muhammad, every prophet from them was coming with Islam. So, including Jesus, he was preaching Islam, like teaching
All right.
Islam and everything.
So why do you think that? Why do you think that Jesus was teaching Islam?
Okay. Still, I'm gonna go back to the point where I mentioned that every prophet that Allah sent for the people on earth, they were teaching Islam because they were inviting people to worship Allah, who's the only one or the only God.
How do you know that that's what they were doing?
I read that from my Quran.
So is there a way to verify what the Quran is saying about these people? Like if I wanted to verify that what the Quran is saying about Jesus is true, how do I do that? Where do I go if I wanted to get the direct teachings of Jesus?
Okay. I cannot prove this, but like when you go on the other side of that, you would see, okay, there are some scripts or like some, how you say, surah. So in Quran, you would like see some facts about like not like knowledge and like physical stuff that we are experiencing now. So like for me, for example, I was using some of these to back up like whatever is said in Quran.
So you're saying that there's other things that prove that the Quran is actually true.
Oh yeah.
But how do I know that it got this right? How do I know that the Quran is true regards to this?
Okay. Where to start this? I mean, like, okay, I would say I'm from Egypt. I'm Egyptian, and then now I'm studying in Germany. And like when I came here 3 years ago, I was questioning everything actually, like why alcohol is haram, why pork is haram, and like some stuff that were forbidden from our side, and they didn't experience them before. But then once I see my friends are doing this and that, and then I see how or what's happening to them, how they are experiencing some stuff. Like one of them told me, I love pork, I love eating pork, but I cannot eat it I cannot eat it every day because it affects my stomach, it affects my breath, and also like it has some stuff in it. So everything that I was taught to not to touch and everything that I was taught to not like to go for, there were like some backing up, like some psychological, some physical stuff that were backing it up.
What does that have to do with what it says about Jesus and how I know what Jesus taught?
Okay, because some of them like were happening in the past, like regarding Jesus and the other prophets that you cannot actually see or prove. But like when, as it's mentioned in Quran, like for me, for example, because I experienced some stuff that I can experience them now, I was like, okay, if this is being said there, I can just follow as well.
Okay, so basically, there is no evidence for what the Quran is saying about Jesus or the previous prophets. You just trust the Quran because you've experienced the Quran in other ways.
Yes, like the things that I can experience now, I actually like saw them. Yes.
So what would you say to a person who says, like, for example, they've experienced the Bible, and so the things that they experience in the Bible, they know that the Bible is true, and what it says about Jesus is true, him being the Son of God, his crucifixion. How would you tell that? How would you tell that person that they're objectively wrong?
Good. May I start or check if we are on the same page? So the difference between Islam and Christianity is that we believe that Jesus, part of that thing is we believe that Jesus is came preached Islam, and for Christianity they think that
He preached Christianity. Mm-hmm.
Good. So that's the first thing. We agree on this. Second thing, I just want to ask, when I talk to any Christian brother, so I would say that you as Christians, you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, right? I'm just asking to know who I'm talking to, because I had some neighbors who were.
No, brother. My question was, when a Christian tells you that they've experienced the Bible and they had personal experiences that they have, that they've personally, gone through and have seen within their own lives from what the Bible says, and therefore they trust the Bible and everything that it says, how would you tell them that they're wrong when you do the same thing with the Quran? It's not that you have objective evidence, but more so personal experience on why you trust the Quran. How do you tell someone else who also has personal experiences with the Bible, or even the Book of Mormon, or the Bhagavad Gita? These different books, they all say that they have personal experiences. How would you be able to, engage with them objectively?
Objectively, okay, when we come to the differences now, I cannot prove objectively, because the objective stuff, they will be here around us, but I think because the difference now is something in the past and something that I cannot attend in the moment, so I would look for the reasons.
All right. So, for example, bro, the Quran says that Muhammad can be found mentioned in the previous scriptures, in the Torah and the Gospel.
Right.
That's a truth claim.
Yeah.
So if he's not found in the previous scriptures, then the Quran made a objectively false statement, right?
Depending, I'm really not sure, because I don't want to get into conflicts. I'm just trying to help everyone here. But we believe that Christianity, or the Bible, or every other book, religion book, were how to say it? They were not written in the right way, they were manipulated.
Do you believe that about the Quran?
No.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is a lot of opinion and personal bias. I'm not hearing anything objective that I can actually work with. So when I'm talking about actual truth. Truth isn't subjective. Truth isn't dependent on how you feel or I feel. Truth is the truth regardless of our feelings, regardless of what we think. That's what I'm talking about. And so when I'm looking at the Quran, it makes truth claims. It claims, for example, that it has no contradictions. It's a truth claim. If it has contradictions, then that claim that the Quran made is false. Right. If it also claims that it is in line with the scriptures that came before it. If it's not in line with the scriptures that came before it, then the Quran made a false claim. It says that we can find Muhammad mentioned in the previous scriptures. If Muhammad's not in the previous scriptures, like the Quran says he is, then the Quran made a false claim. Regardless of how you or I feel, he made a false claim. If he's in the previous scriptures, then the Quran made a true claim. It's verified. Regardless of me being a Christian, how I feel, if Muhammad's in the scriptures, like the Quran says it, then that's objectively true, regardless of how I feel. So these are ways that we can verify whether the Quran is telling the truth. You get what I'm saying?
I know. I'm keeping up with you.
So, with this being said, if Muhammad's not in the previous scriptures, he's a false prophet. The Quran's a false book. It's not from God. If the Quran's not in line with what came before it, then the Quran made a false claim, and Muhammad's a false prophet. He's not from God. If the Quran has contradictions within it, according to the Quran's own standards, it says if this book had many contradictions, it's not from Allah. Then it's not from Allah, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about. When the Quran says that it's in line with the previous scriptures, well, we see that it's not. We see that the previous scriptures teach that Jesus is the Son of God, that Jesus was crucified, stuff like that. The Quran obviously goes against it.
If possible.
Huh?
Can we talk about like the crucifying and like being Jesus being the Son of God, like the topic, this topic?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So if Jesus is Jesus is teaching that he's the Son of God, obviously the Quran says no, he's not the Son of God, right?
Right.
So with that being said, the Quran is contradicting the scripture that came before it when it's supposed to be in line with the scripture that came before it.
Good.
So how do you reconcile that?
Okay. I just have a question here. Why would God have a son?
It's not about why. It's about the fact that he does. The fact that he has a son, the fact that the scriptures teach that he has a son. If the Quran is going against that, then the Quran is wrong.
Why not the other way around?
Because the Quran says that it's a confirmation of what came before it. It confirms that the previous scripture is true, and it claims that it is in line with what came before it. So if it's not in line with what came before, then the Quran is false.
But like also the Quran says that like the scriptures from before were overwritten or like manipulated. So the current
No, it
ones
doesn't.
are not the true ones.
The Quran never says that. It never says the previous scriptures were manipulated. But let's go with this let's go with this idea that the Quran says this. Then you still have another problem.
Yes.
This would mean that the Quran is confirming and verifying manipulated books. It's saying that manipulated books are true.
Okay. I see where the conflict is. So previous like how you say it, please?
Previous scriptures? We could just say the Bible. We could just say the Bible.
Okay, good. So previous scriptures or like the previous prophets, they were coming with a message, but then this message wasn't written or like well preserved, and it changed from there. But then comes Islam, and it confirms, like for example, for me, I eat halal food, but also in Quran, it's okay to eat others like Christian food as well, apart of pork and everything else. I know I'm shifting back and forth, but I'm just trying to explain.
When do you think they were manipulated? Do you think they were manipulated before Muhammad became a prophet or after?
I'm really not sure. May I search that?
If you had to put a guess, if you had to guess when the Bible got corrupted, do you think it got corrupted before Muhammad became a prophet or after he became a prophet?
I think before.
Okay. So by the time Muhammad is reciting the Quran to the people, the previous scriptures, the Bible, has already been corrupted, and he's here trying to fix everything. Is that right?
We would say that, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the issue. The Quran says that it came down confirming what is with the Jews and Christians, confirming the scriptures that they have in their hands, in their possession. If what they had in their possession is changed and manipulated, then that means that the Quran is confirming manipulated books. It's saying that manipulated books are true. So do you see the problem with saying that the scriptures are corrupted in Muhammad's time?
I get that, yeah. And maybe it's my fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
No, it's my fault. I didn't search that out.
No, it's not your fault, bro. It's not your fault. It's what is called the Islamic dilemma, if you've probably seen that enough. This dilemma is that the Quran confirms scriptures right? It confirms them as true. It confirms the scriptures, not just of the past. It confirms the scriptures that the Jews and Christians currently have possession of. It says what you have is true. It says you can find Muhammad written in the scriptures you have in your hands, right? So it affirms the truth and the authority of the scriptures they have with them. But then Muslims want to come to us and say, oh, no, those scriptures have been corrupted. They've been changed. They've been manipulated. So that means that creates a problem that either Allah doesn't know that these scriptures have already been manipulated and he's ignorantly confirming manipulated books, or Allah is purposely misleading us and telling us that the Quran is confirming a manipulated book and just smiling in the background and watching us make a fool of ourselves. So either or, it doesn't work. It's a problem. You see what I'm saying?
I get you.
So if the Bible's corrupted, then the Quran is false for saying that a corrupted book is true. If the Bible's true, like the Quran says it is, then the Quran is still false because it's contradicting the Bible, right? By saying Jesus is not the Son of God, he wasn't crucified, God is not a father, stuff like that. So either way you go, Islam is false.
I see where you put me. Yeah. I get that. But okay, I'm gonna be around. You know, I can't stop here. I can be around and just need to do my research.
Yeah.
And another one.
Yeah. You could come back anytime. You're welcome anytime, bro. And keep watching. I run this very same issue all the time. You can watch and see how Muslims respond to this. Okay.
Yes. I'm still like, I want to thank you first of all for letting me like here and also giving me the opportunity to learn more about Islam.
Yeah.
Maybe we can help anyone here, either your side or my side. I'm just happy for that.
All right.
Amazing.
God bless you, bro.
Thank you. You too, man.
All right, peace. Nice guy. Very gentle and honest guy. And I love his smile. Brother was just happy, he's smiling, happy to be here, happy to be talking about the things of God, happy to be learning something new, just happy to be here. Awesome guy. You guys see the difference though? You see the difference between when we deal with certain people? When someone comes and they're gentle and they're humble and they're honest like that, we can have a flowing, smooth conversation. But when someone is here arrogant and purposely dumb and ignorant and speaking out of ignorance, arrogantly, pridefully, it's a different vibe, ain't it? Bring different energy. So we handle the arrogant the way they're supposed to be handled, and we handle the humble with the way they're supposed to be handled. Handle them gently. With the arrogant, we muzzle them. Put our boot down their throats. Oh, I thought it was Peter for a second. Sorry, guys. Hey, Norm.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. So I see your topic. Did Jesus preach Christianity or Islam?
Mm-hmm. And what do you think?
Okay. I believe. What is it?
No, yeah. Go ahead. I was just asking what you thought.
Okay. I believe he preached Islam.
Okay.
My point is, Jesus said I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with the Bible.
Oh, it's okay.
But, there's a lot of quotes he says about praying to one God, and Islam is submitting your will. Basically, what it says, Islam definition is submitting your will to the will of God.
Who does he say the one God is that we are to pray to and worship?
So since he was a Jew, the Jewish scriptures called the one God Elohim, and that is the same as translated to Allah in Arabic.
Well,
so that's my.
Jesus specifically
go ahead.
said that God was his father, and that's who you're supposed to be worshiping and praying to.
Okay, that's it. That's whatever you call him, whether that is the father, the same as the Jewish scriptures would call him Elohim. That is who
I'm talking
he was
about
preaching to
Jesus
be.
specifically. Since Jesus is saying that God is his father, is that what Islam teaches? Is that the message of Islam, that Allah is the father of Jesus?
No, it doesn't. Don't put words in my mouth. Sorry.
I never put words. I never said you said that.
I said Jesus was preaching for people to pray to the Father, not to him.
I got you. So if he's teaching for people to pray to the Father, if that's what he's preaching, that goes against Islam, right? Because in Islam, Allah is not his father, right?
Okay, so so this is where the confusion comes in. In the Bible, the Jewish call their gods like Father, and most of the prophets in the Bible are called sons of gods. Even the children of the people, or the Jewish people, are called children of God, sons of God. So
is that what
there's
Islam
like
teaches? Does Islam teach that the prophets are sons of God, and that the Jewish people are sons of God, and that the Messiah is the son of God?
It doesn't teach that, but that was something that in their scriptures, in their language, in their
scriptures, that's what they have.
Metaphoric. It is metaphorically though.
I got you. Does Islam teach that?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't teach that. No.
So Jesus is not teaching Islam, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean? He's not teaching to Islam? It's saying
let's
pray to one God.
Let's do this. Let's do this step by step. Step one.
Okay.
In Islam, Allah is not the Father. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Step two. Jesus taught that God is the Father.
Okay.
Therefore, Jesus is not teaching Islam. Make sense?
Okay. So and look at my analogy. If you believe in one God, whatever name you want to call him, that is Islam. That's
if I believe in one God, but I believe my one God is a statue, that's still Islam?
Nope, not as a statue, but as long as it's one God, yes.
You said as long as it's one God, it doesn't matter. So one God, but it's a statue.
As long as nope. There's God cannot be a statue, cannot be an idol.
Can he be a father? Can he be a father?
Whatever you want to call him, but he cannot.
So I
want
to call it
doesn't beget or doesn't begotten.
So do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
So don't double talk. Don't contradict yourself in the next breath. You just said that God cannot be a father. He doesn't beget. He has no children. You just said that, right?
Yep.
So if I believe that God is my father, does my belief match Islam?
No.
Thank you. So Jesus preaching that God is his father, he's not preaching Islam, right?
So I understand where you're coming from. But you're disregarding the whole point that I said.
You didn't answer
at the time.
You didn't answer.
Okay. I understand from where you're coming from, though.
I know. I appreciate you understanding, but can you answer the question then?
Okay.
If Jesus is preaching that God is his father, is he preaching Islam? Yes or no?
No.
Very good. So he wasn't preaching Islam. We're on the same page.
But you're disregarding the whole thing, though. You're disregarding the point. Okay. I took it from your perspective, but I want you to say it from my perspective. From the perspective that at the time of the Jews, they would call the father. They would refer to him as father.
How does that help you? Brother, trust me, I hear you. Matter of fact, let me support your position. Let me show you that I understand what you're saying. You're saying that it was custom among the Jews within their scriptures, within their culture,
their language,
to refer to refer to God as their father.
Yeah.
That's your point.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. My question now is this: how does that help what you're saying? How does that help the fact?
Because they still
go ahead. Sorry.
Because he still preached. He still preached to one God, to the worship of one God.
Does it matter who they say the one God is?
As long as he's one, no.
So do you see how your name's Norm?
Yeah.
No, it's not. You hesitated, but it's okay. I'll call
It's
you
Ali.
Norm.
It's Ali.
It's Ali.
Okay, just call. Yeah, that's fine. Ali. Yeah.
All right. My name's Avery. Ali.
Yeah.
In this conversation, bro.
Yeah.
We have to be consistent. That's the only way we can build to understanding and truth. If we're consistent with what we say. All right. If we're not consistent, then we end up going in a circle. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try not to do that. Let's try to progress like we did before. Like we got to a point where we understood, okay, Jesus isn't preaching Islam if he's saying that God is his father. That's not Islam. We understood that. But now you're trying to make up for it by saying, oh, well, but you still have to consider that this is how they spoke, with their language and in their culture. This is how they referred to God.
Yeah.
That still doesn't change the fact that that culture goes against the teaching of Islam. If in their culture they're referring to God as their father, that goes against Islam. Do we agree?
That is a proposition. I'm gonna have to, because in Islam it says the father cannot be God cannot be father.
Exactly.
But I know in their perspective, at the time they used to call him father. But I'm not sure.
They were just wrong. From the Islamic standpoint, they're wrong. Yes, they used to do that. Yes, they still do it. But Islamically, they're wrong.
I'm gonna have to go do some research on that. Like at their time, was it wrong for their time? Maybe it changed after during the time of the Prophet Muhammad. But I don't know at their time, because they used to call him father. Their prophets used to call God father.
Let me show you that it was even wrong before Muhammad's time. Let me show you that it was wrong.
No, I said during maybe it was changed during Muhammad's time.
Nope, it was wrong even before.
I'm
saying that it was wrong even before. I'm saying it was wrong even before, bro. It was wrong even before. Before Muhammad's time, it was wrong.
Okay.
Okay. If we go to chapter 9, verse 30. Watch what it says here.
Could you pull it up, or?
Yeah, I'm
not familiar with the Bible.
I'm about to read it. It's the Quran verse. It's the Quran. So,
okay.
So chapter 9, verse 30 of the Quran. This is what it says. It says, the Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah. The Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their statement from their own mouths. They imitate the sayings of the disbelievers before them.
Yeah.
May Allah destroy them, how they are deluded. So way back in the day, they used to say Jesus is the son of God before Muhammad. And Allah is saying that they're disbelievers for saying that. So even before Muhammad came, it was wrong.
Okay.
So you don't even have to guess. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. I would just wanted to know what did the Jews call their God as the father word in the Jewish scriptures, like from the Old Testament? What word did they use? Because I just want to see, is it like the translation that you guys have that change it to father, or is it just
the word in Hebrew is father. The word in Hebrew is father.
The word itself?
Yeah, the word itself is like I know in Arabic it's ab. In Hebrew, it's slipping my mind right now. In Hebrew, it's like it's very similar. In Aramaic, it's Abba. And in Arabic, it's Ab. What's the Hebrew word for father, guys? It's slipping my mind right now. Slipping my mind. It's the same thing though. Is it Abu? Something. Av. Thank you, Av. It's Av.
Av,
Mm-hmm.
which is father, right?
Yes.
And then they called the son of the son of God, or so. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get it. Okay.
Mhm.
So it was wrong at the time. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, is from the Islamic standpoint, from the Islamic theology,
Yeah.
it was wrong even at that time. Okay. But according to Jesus, it's the truth.
Yeah.
So Jesus teaching that he's the son of God, he's going against what Islam teaches.
He didn't teach he's the son of God. That is,
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
did.
teach that.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't say I'm the son of God. He usually said I'm the son of man, right?
Nope. He said, I'm the son of God, verbatim.
Really?
Mhm.
In the what is it called?
In the
New
gospel.
Testament, I guess.
Mm-hmm. In the gospel. Want to see it?
Because it's confusing. Like sometimes people say he said son of man. Some say
He said both.
Messenger.
He said all of it. He said he's the son of man. He's the son of God. The son of man is the son of God. He said both. It's not either or.
Could you? Yeah. Could you tell me all the attributes that Jesus has in the Bible? I just want to like put a baseline, because I'm not sure. Like we have a lot of people that say it says son of man, son of God. You know,
Brother,
others say other things.
Brother, there's nobody that'll tell you that Jesus says son of man and not son of God. Nobody will tell you that. Nobody, no Christian will tell you that. The Bible, in the Bible, Jesus says, look, let me show you where Jesus, let me just show you. Okay, let's go to Jesus's words.
Okay.
Let me show you what he says. This is John chapter 5. Listen to this. He says, truly, I say to you, an hour is coming and is here now when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son also to have life in himself. And he has given him authority to execute judgment because he is the Son of Man. So the Son of God is the Son of Man. It's both. It's not either or. It's both. The Son of God is the Son of Man.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody says that that's a difference, they're just not informed.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
So maybe from our standpoint, since you read from the Quran that says they called Jesus, or is it Ezra, the son of God, and God says that God doesn't have any sons, and they were wrong for that. Maybe the scriptures would change to call them sons of God from other people's perspective.
No, they wasn't.
That is my conclusion on there.
There wasn't changed, bro. What?
It was.
And all these verses, brother. Listen, in all of these verses where Jesus refers to him as the Son of God and calls God his Father, there are no changes. There's no variances there. It's always been the same.
But in the Quran it says that there are people that write the scriptures with their own hands, and they say this is from God. So how are we gonna say no? This is like from the Bible. I think it has more than 66 to 70 something books in it.
Let me put it to you this way.
Okay.
If I wrote a book right now and I claim that it's from God today, if I did that today, right now, and I claim that it's from Allah, would that mean that now the actual Quran has been corrupted?
No.
Right. So just because I write a book with my own hands and I claim it's from God and I try to get a small price for it, it doesn't mean that the actual Quran or the real books have been changed, right?
Yeah. But for the Quran, for the Quran, you wouldn't be able to do that though, because the Quran was memorized.
So is the Torah and the Gospel. The Torah and the Gospel started, brother. This Torah, all these revelations, all these scriptures started off as oral tradition, bro. They all started off orally, and then they were written down. They were passed on from generation to generation and then written down.
So what's to say at that point where it was being down or being taken out, maybe even orally? Some people were saying something different, some people were saying something different, and then by the time it was being written down, somebody wrote from their own perspective what they had.
Do you see the hyper skepticism that you're showing for the Torah and Gospel? Do you have that same energy for the Quran? Can you ask yourself the same question about the Quran? How do you know that it was orally transmitted correctly? What if somebody changed what they orally heard and then passed down their change, and when they changed it and they changed after what they heard, and then when they finally wrote down the Quran, they put their own words into it or put the wrong oral tradition down? Do you ask yourself the same thing for the Quran?
Yeah, because in the like from a young age we taught about the history of the Prophet. We talk about the history of the companions.
Same with the Jews, brother. Same with the Jews and same with the Orthodox and apostolic Christians. They're taught the same thing.
Yeah, so
they're given the same traditions, and the same stuff is passed down, and they even have their written traditions. So
at the time of the Prophet, the Quran was written down was written down in his time.
It wasn't compiled in his time
by different.
No,
it wasn't compiled, but
and it was rewritten after he died.
It was written down.
It got rewritten after he died.
It wasn't rewritten. It was compiled. All the different materials were combined into one book.
Norm. Uthman literally had Zayd bin Thabit, Hisham, Abdullah Azir. I think I forgot how to say his name.
No, but he's called Zayd bin Harith and Abdullah bin Mas'ud. Those guys.
Not Ibn Mas'ud. Ibn Mas'ud was not part of this.
But
Hisham, Zayd
bin Harith,
Azir, and somebody else. Ibn Mas'ud was not part of it. Umar was not part of this. These people, Uthman ordered them to rewrite the Quran in so-called perfect copies.
Okay, so we have the history of that one, and that was due to standardization of the Quran. You know, the Quran usually is an Arabic language.
That was the second time it was standardized.
No, it was the first time. The first time was
the first time it was standardized was when Abu Bakr had the Quran compiled, and then they had one standardized copy that they sent to others.
Sir, I think you're mixing it up. During Abu Bakr's time, it was compiled into one book.
And was that book the standard?
During Abu Bakr's time or during Uthman's time?
Abu Bakr, when he had the Quran compiled, was that the standard Quran?
That was you remember when I said during the Prophet's time, the scribes of the Prophet wrote down the Quran and it was scattered around. So Umar suggested to Abu Bakr during the battles that happened after the Prophet's death, most of the memorizers of the Quran were dying. So he suggested to Abu Bakr bring down or to compile all the different writings of the Quran from different places, which was initiated by Zayd bin Harith, who was the main scribe of the Prophet, who was also a memorizer of the Quran, to bring all the scriptures into one.
He didn't memorize the Quran. So Zayd bin Thabit didn't memorize.
Zayd bin Harith, Zayd was the main scribe, and he was a memorizer of the Quran.
Zayd bin Thabit.
Yeah, Zayd bin Harith, I guess.
It's not Harith. It's Zayd bin Thabit.
Two of them. It was.
Okay, Zayd bin Thabit is the one who compiled the Quran.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because
he didn't memorize.
Harith was the one that was.
So
he did.
If he memorized it, then why did he have to go to others to get the Quran?
It was a standard way of he didn't go to other places, but you would come at the time they would bring all the different written materials of the Quran, and he would write it down, and they would bring witnesses to if they had a different what is it called?
I can't do this. Let's just read it, okay?
Okay.
Let's just read it.
I'm sorry, I forgot what were we reading?
We're gonna read when the Quran about the Quran being compiled.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. Zayd bin Thabit. Narrated Zayd bin Thabit. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq sent for me when the people of Yamama had been killed. I went to him and found Umar bin Khattab sitting with him. Abu Bakr then said, Umar has come to me and said, casualties were heavy among the Qur'an of the Quran, those who memorized it by heart, on the day of the Battle of Yamama, and I'm afraid that more heavy casualties may take place among the Qur'an on other battlefields, whereby a large part of the Quran may be lost. Therefore, I suggest you, Abu Bakr, order that the Quran be collected. I said to Umar, how can you do something which Allah's apostle did not do? So Muhammad had nothing to do with this. No overseeing this. He didn't order this. He didn't approve of this. He never did this. And he's dead at this time. Umar said, by Allah, that is a good project. Umar kept on urging me to accept the proposal till Allah opened my chest for it, and I began to realize the good in which Umar had in the idea that Umar had realized. Then Abu Bakr said to me, you are a wise young man, and we do not have any suspicion about you, and you used to write the divine inspiration for Allah's messenger. So you should search for the Quran and collect it in one book. So do you see how Zayd had to go out and go find the Quran and go collect it?
Like I said, the Quran was written in different parts. Maybe sometimes it was written in different papers, in different logs of trees, backs of trees. So it was scattered around. But the main thing is they memorized the Quran. Most of the
but Zayd bin Thabit didn't memorize it. Can we agree?
He did memorize it.
So if he memorized, all right. So Norm, I need you to think with me about this. If Zayd bin Thabit memorized the Quran, why does Zayd have to go out to others and to go find the Quran? Why can't he just write it himself, since he memorizes it?
Because he wouldn't be able to write. He was compiling all the different things into one place.
That's not answering my question. You said Zayd memorized the Quran, every verse, every word, every letter, right?
Yep.
Why did he have to go out to go get the Quran then? Why couldn't he just write it himself?
That's not possible. That's like writing the Quran just from your own perspective. That's not possible. Because the Quran is already there. The Quran is scattered. It's there. So he just had to bring it all into one place and then write it down.
Why?
Because it's already been written down. It's already there.
Why did he have to go out? Why? Why did he have to go out to others to bring it? Why?
To compile it? To put it into one book?
If he memorized the Quran, couldn't he do that himself?
No, no. He wouldn't be able. People wouldn't be able to. People wouldn't accept it because
why not?
There's
don't they also memorize the same Quran?
They do.
Why wouldn't they accept Zayd's memorization and writing of the Quran? If they all memorize the same thing, why wouldn't they accept it? They're accepting the Quran. Why would they reject what Zayd bin Thabit wrote? If it's all the same thing.
It's part of not being falsified. Like nothing should be added, nothing should be taken out.
If he memorizes the Quran, if he memorizes the Quran, why would there be anything added or taken away?
It's a temptation, like to stop from any type of temptation of the devil and all that stuff. So we human beings makes mistake. That is the main point. So just bring everything.
Couldn't they just check him to see if he made a mistake or not?
What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean?
You're really confused by what I asked you, bro?
Yeah, because I didn't hear what you said. You said.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and let this go because this is getting too stupid for me. I think that where we're coming to is I want you to know that you have a double standard when it comes to analyzing the Bible versus analyzing the Quran. You have a double standard. You say that the Bible, even though people, it's been passed down from oral tradition and people, and then we have the written manuscript tradition, that you're hyper skeptical about the Bible. And you have, well, what if somebody messed up the oral tradition, and what if that was changed, and what if that, and what if that? But you never do that with the Quran. You just accept, oh yeah, it was memorized by all these people, oral tradition, and it was passed down perfectly, and yeah, and then now we got it compiled, perfect Quran, and we have the written Quran in perfect condition with no questions. So what I'm challenging you to do is to have the same mindset and the same energy that you have for the Bible, have it for the Quran. The same energy you have for the Quran, have it for the Bible. Don't have a double standard, because then that shows that your position is weak and based on nothing. It's unfair. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then like I said, I know we've heard the history of the compilation of the Quran, and it wasn't compiled by just one person. It was compiled by a lot of people into writing the who are most of them memorizers, and then referring to all the Quran that were written down and scattered all around the place that the Prophet used to live in, and then they were brought together and then made into one book. But then if you talk about the Bible is written by anonymous people. What I'm saying, anonymous people who we don't even know the history.
Who wrote Surah Baqarah? Who wrote Surah Baqarah?
What do you mean, who wrote Surah Baqarah?
Exactly what I said. Who wrote it? I'm going to show you your double standard again. Who wrote Surah Baqarah?
Surah Baqarah, I don't know who wrote Surah Baqarah, but
so it's
what
anonymous.
I'm saying is,
wait. So Surah Baqarah has an anonymous author?
No, it was passed down from the Prophet, and then a scribe.
Yeah, but who wrote it?
Down.
Yeah, what scribe? Who wrote it? Who's that scribe?
Maybe Zayd bin Thabit.
Maybe Zayd bin Thabit. Maybe Abu Huraira. Maybe Abu Layth. Who knows? You don't know who wrote it, don't you? It's anonymous, isn't it?
It's not anonymous. It came from the Prophet's mouth.
You're not answering the question.
One of the scribes. One of the scribes of the Prophet. One of the scribes of the Prophet.
Who?
Zayd bin Thabit.
Show me that Zayd bin Thabit wrote Surah Baqarah. Give me a source.
So, I just want to tell you the process of the Quran.
Brother, I don't want to know about the process, Norm. I'm not one of those Christians that don't know Islam. Yeah. As you see, I can pull up the Quran and I can pull up the Hadith. What I'm talking about. You don't have to do that with me. Please be straightforward to what I'm asking you. I don't need a process of how the Quran's revealed. I don't need a lesson in Ramadan. I need an answer to my question. Do you have a source that says that Zayd bin Thabit wrote Surah Baqarah, chapter 2?
Surah Baqarah wasn't written down by one person.
How do you know that?
Because the revelation of the Quran itself came down within 23 years. So each verse came at a different time.
Awesome. So Surah Baqarah has multiple authors.
Yes.
That you don't know of.
It was the scribes of the Prophet.
Who?
We don't know. We don't
Thank
know exactly
you.
Who.
Exactly. You don't know. So you got multiple, and that's just one chapter. There's 114. I could go one by one and you won't know. So when it comes to the author of the Quran, the writers or the scribes of the Quran, and there's multiple authors, as you just said, you don't know. They're anonymous. So the same energy that you gave to the Bible, which, by the way, we know who wrote the Bible. We know Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and that they wrote their documents. But going with your criteria, you're saying we don't really know who they are. Okay, fine. Let's go with that. And so because of that, according to you, the gospel that we have is untrustworthy since its authors are anonymous. So are you going to have that same consistent ideology when it comes to chapter 2 of the Quran? Is chapter 2 of the Quran unreliable because its authors and its scribes are anonymous?
No, because the chapter 2 of the Quran was written down by when the Prophet was alive, and he was the one who
How do you
spoke,
know
and then
that?
they wrote down.
Where you get that from? Show me that.
You could pull it. You could let me Google that one, because
show me that you have a chapter 2
Give me
that
a
dates back to Muhammad's time.
What do you mean chapter 2 that dates time to Muhammad's? I said it
do you
was
have
written down when Muhammad was there.
How do you know?
Written down when Muhammad was
How you know? Word of mouth? Somebody told you that? An Islamic scholar said that?
No, because it's part of the hadith of the Prophet. Like from the stories of the Prophet used to get revelation, and it was written down
stories
by his
who?
scribes.
Stories by who?
Of his companions.
Which ones?
How do we know? How do we know about the story of the Prophet and all his companions? How do you know about them? It's through his companions and all his people that are around him that we know about the Prophet, and all. We know about everything about his life.
Very good.
That's basically
so
it.
the same way what you just said, the way we know about Muhammad's life is through his companions and the people who knew the companions, is the same way we know about Jesus, through his companions, his disciples, and those who knew them. Same thing.
Okay, so that means you're comparing now the hadith of the Prophet and the Bible.
I'm
right?
comparing what you deem as authoritative and reliable source of history. That's what I'm comparing.
Yeah.
So by your own standard, you cannot reject the Bible as historically reliable and reliable when it comes to Jesus, because it meets your standard. You get it? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so when I say the Bible, we don't know the authors of the Bible is the four canonical gospels, the Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. The first thing it says is according to Saint Luke. So we don't know if Saint Luke or Saint Matthew or Saint Mark wrote this Bible. So we don't know exactly if it's just them that wrote the Bible.
Right. Just like when it's really quick. Just like when it says narrated Anas bin Malik, we don't really know if Anas bin Malik is really saying this, but it's somebody we don't know, huh? We don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, we do know, because it dates the hadith has a chain. It has a chain. We know somebody heard from this person. We can date back to the time of the Prophet and whatever he said.
But this doesn't say that. It says narrated Anas bin Malik. How do we know that Anas bin Malik is really narrating this?
That is the chain. Like Anas heard from the Prophet, and then he.
But how do you know that? How do you know that Anas really heard from the Prophet? How do you know? It says narrated. It says narrated Anas bin Malik, but how do we know that that's narrated by Anas bin Malik? How do we know that?
Because Anas bin Malik was the companion of the Prophet.
Okay, so let's go with that. Matthew was a disciple of Jesus. So when it says the Gospel of Jesus according to Matthew, that's how we know Matthew wrote it.
Yeah. Okay, but we also know that Matthew copied 90% of his works from Mark, who we don't even know.
And we see that a bunch of these narrators, like Anas and even Aisha or Abu Huraira, repeated the same stories and copied from other narrators. Is that unreliable now? Are your most authentic hadiths that have the same wording and the same stories from different narrators, is that now unauthentic?
No, because all of them are there at the same time with the
Very good. So just because Matthew and let's say Mark or John record a story in the same way, using the same words, the same narration, but these are two different narrators, doesn't mean it's unreliable, because you have the same thing in Islam. Do you see your double standard again? Keep going. I'm going to keep showing you your double standard every time, bro. It's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when we do it.
No. It says according to, because from the history
narrated
of the Bible,
by, according to, narrated by. What's the difference?
Not the same thing.
Really?
Not the same thing. Because
so is this hadith according to Anas bin Malik?
No, it's not according to Anas bin Malik. It's narrated from his mouth. He said, we know he said that.
When something is according to someone, what does that mean?
It's being attached or attributed to that person.
Correct. Is this being attached or attributed to Anas bin Malik? When it says narrated Anas bin Malik, is it being attached to him?
It is being attached to him, but it's not attributed.
Man.
Maybe somebody. Okay.
Man,
I got.
We need to get we need to get a. I'm gonna let you say it, but we need to get a double standard counter, man. How many double standards we gonna count with you, bro?
Can I say something? No, can I say something though?
Go ahead.
Can I say something though?
Yes, say another double standard.
I could. Let's say today. I said, my name is Ali, right? So I could do something today, and somebody else could write about it and say that person and that person said that, attributing that to me.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is from his own. But that is from his own words.
That's, you know what?
Not
That
from
is
my word.
That is so true. You can have a chain of narration that attributes words to you that you never said, huh?
No.
You said no?
No.
Well, you just said that. You just said that you can have people who said things that you said and attributed these words to you, but you never said that. That's what you just said. You just
yeah.
Yep. So you can have,
Yeah.
you just said you can have a chain of narration that attributes words to you that you never said.
Yeah, that is what the Gospels and all these things are.
And that's what the Hadith is.
No, Hadith is a chain of narration, you know.
That could be attributing words. That could be attributing words to somebody they never said, huh?
They said it because they heard it from that person. That the person that attributes something to, they didn't hear it from him. They're their own perspective.
How
You're
many?
disregarding what
Hey,
I'm saying.
we need a new game, Ali. We need a new game, bro. We need a double. We need a double standard counter. We need like a ding like a soundboard for every time we catch you with a double. Not just you, but because you're not the only one who does this. But you're just the longest person I've done this with, because I kind of like you. You're kind of cool.
No, that is the truth though. No, but I'm saying you're looking at it from your own perspective.
No,
that is what I'm saying.
No, stop, Ali. I have
Okay.
to stop you there. I haven't once came to you with my perspective. I have been using yours. I've been using your perspective, and I've been showing you how from your perspective, you have a double standard. And from your perspective, my books are in the clear. My books are reliable according to your perspective, according to your standard. But for some reason, when it comes to my books and the same thing is applied, you're like, oh, yeah, no, it doesn't work for your books. Oh, yeah, no, they're still unreliable. Oh, yeah, no, we can't trust that. But you have the same thing with Islam. According to Anas bin Malik, a chain of narration that could be applying false words to people, but you fully trust it because you say that these were companions, and we have the companions of Jesus, but you don't trust them. Islam is the religion of double standards, bro. If my stuff is unreliable, when they have the words of the companions of Jesus and the chain of narrations of companions and apostles and their disciples who carried on these same traditions, Sahaba and Tabain in my religion, if that's untrustworthy, then your entire religion falls apart. All your hadith, even your Quran, is all untrustworthy because it's all based on a chain of transmission, a chain of narration that you trust.
Can I say something now?
Are you smiling yet? Only if you're smiling. If you're not smiling, you can't.
Yeah.
You smiling?
I am smiling.
All right. Good. All right. You can talk. Go ahead. Say what you want.
No, we're having fun. Both of us are having fun, I guess.
Yes.
So from my perspective, what I was trying to say is the way the hadith of the Prophet was compiled was through somebody hearing from somebody who hears from somebody. You know, like the Sahabas would tell the people that haven't seen the Prophet. So the Tabi'in, they would tell it to the Tabi'in. So that is how it's narrated. So let's say I hear a hadith today from somebody, and then he tells me I heard it from that person, exactly that person, and then that person heard it from another person who heard it from a companion, and then the companion heard it from the Prophet. So there's a chain of narration of who heard it from who, from who. So it's not like I came up. So okay, that is from
So
this perspective.
how do you know that they didn't? How do you know that they didn't change the oral transmission? How do you know that they didn't change what they heard from the other companion and the other tabi'in and the other guy, and that it all, by the time they're attributing the words to Zayd bin Thabit or Anas bin Malik or Aisha or Abu Huraira, that by the time we get there, now all their words are just messed up and corrupted? How do you know they didn't mess it up?
Because the person that was putting all the hadith into one place, usually Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari, those two people that compiled the hadith of the Prophet, what they would do is they would ask for the people who are known to know the hadith, and then they will tell them which hadith do you know, and then they would
But
like,
how do you know that this guy isn't like choosing based on his bias and what he likes? How do you know that he's choosing certain hadith that he thinks are good because of what he already believes and what his own personal opinion, and stuff that he doesn't like, he's just regarding them as daif? How do you know he's not just doing that of his own personal opinion? You're telling me one person or a couple of people are particularly in control of these sources that's supposed to be authentic and supposed to represent your whole religion?
So when he was writing down the hadith wasn't just from one person. It wasn't taking it from just one person.
But
so
one person is the one compiling it. You're saying one person is, like, for example, Bukhari is the one compiling them, putting these hadiths together, right?
Yeah, he's putting all the hadiths together. So once he's putting the hadith together, he's writing down the hadith based on let's say today he heard the hadith from this person, and then he goes out, he hears the same hadith from another person, and then he hears the same hadith from another person. That's when he puts the hadith into one place with the chain of narration that is sahih, which is one we have. It's Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim.
Hey Norm.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going? Do you
Good,
know
how
when
are you,
Imam
man?
Malik? Do you know when Imam Malik was born?
I don't know when he was born, but we have history about his life. Yeah, I don't know exactly when. But there's history about it.
So did you know that Imam Malik was born 80 years after Muhammad?
Oh yeah, most of the people that compiled the hadith of the Prophet were born hundreds of years after the Prophet, and yeah, we know that.
Okay, so when was Bukhari born?
He was born after the Prophet, and I'm not sure when, but we know he was born after the Prophet. He never saw the Prophet. I don't know if he saw the Sahabas of the Prophet, which the last one of them was Anas bin Malik. I don't know if he saw that, but I'm not sure. So if you know that, you could go ahead and tell me.
Yes. So Bukhari was born almost 200 years after Muhammad. His hadith compilation comes 200 plus years after Muhammad. Now, did Bukhari talk to any companions of Muhammad, like any people who knew Muhammad?
No.
Okay, so how did he verify? Okay, so with that standard, right? And I'll show you how our gospels are better. With that standard, he knew nobody who knew Muhammad. He didn't know Muhammad, and the people he talked to didn't even know Muhammad, because he went to compile 2 centuries after Muhammad had passed away. So with that being said, how in the world could Bukhari know what these people are telling him are the truth when all they're telling him is what they heard was the truth? How does he know?
Because there's a chain of narration in which if there's one missing, if there's one person that he doesn't remember where he heard it from, it's not written down. He doesn't take it as a hadith.
Yeah, exactly. So that means that Bukhari is putting his own subjective bias on what he's hearing in order to make what he heard true. Bukhari, who is 2 centuries removed from Muhammad, gets to dictate whether a story that a person who didn't even know Muhammad tells him is true. How does that make sense?
He didn't hear it from just one person, like I was telling.
Well, it doesn't matter if he heard it from just one person, Norm. The person that he heard it from didn't even know Muhammad. So the person that they heard it from didn't even know Muhammad. He's 2 centuries removed, going around asking for information about Muhammad when he, nor the person that he's talking to, nor the people that they were talking to knew Muhammad. Do you see what I'm saying?
I could see where you're saying, but
okay, so now watch this. Give me a second. So now watch this.
Okay.
Did Matthew know Jesus?
Matthew,
according to our worldview,
from one of the, he was one of the disciples of Jesus, I guess, right?
Okay, thank you. So would it be better to get information from somebody who directly knew Jesus than someone 2 centuries removed from Jesus telling you what he heard from somebody who heard from somebody who heard from somebody?
I would accept what Matthew had written down, but the thing is, it's not Matthew who wrote it down.
I'm not asking Norm. I'm not asking you about to accept. You don't have to accept this. I'm just giving you your worldview that you understand is true of your religion, and our worldview that we understand is true of our religion. Our information is literally coming from direct disciples, people who directly knew Jesus. So we have Matthew and we have John who directly knew Jesus and gave us information. You have Imam Malik, you have Bukhari, and then you have another narration. I think it's Saif or Saifa, which is all oral. So you can't
Muslim.
No, Saifa. You probably don't even accept it. It's about 100. It's about 130 hadith. It's about 130 hadith, but it's all oral. Now, now, just look at the standard that you're placing on yourself, right? In order to get an understanding about how you know what Muhammad said and did in his lifetime, compared to our standard. You are getting your information from people 1 to 2 centuries removed from Muhammad who could not talk to a companion of Muhammad, yet they get to dictate what is true of that man's life. Then you go to Matthew and John, who are direct disciples. You go to Paul, who literally had interactions with Jesus, wasn't just a dream, right? And then you say, well, I don't want to take information from people who directly knew Jesus, but I'm going to take information from people who couldn't have possibly even knew a companion of Muhammad, yet they're telling me about Muhammad. And they're telling me what's true of Muhammad too. Bukhari has no right to tell you a story about somebody else who told you a story about somebody else who told them a story about somebody else who told them a story about Muhammad, and then Bukhari is the one who's 2 centuries removed gets to tell you whether that story is true or not. Your standard is way worse than ours in your own mindset. In your own standard, what you are trying to implement on us, you have the worst position, buddy. We don't. You can reject Matthew, you can reject John, you can reject Paul, you can reject Mark and Luke. These people lived during the time period that they needed to be in order for their documents to be considered eyewitness testimony, not the hadith.
The thing is, the main point of the subject was the Matthew and John were not the authors of the books that they say it is from them. The Christian scholars, most of them say the writers of these books are unknown, anonymous. Nobody knows who wrote them. It was just attributed.
We're
to
going
them.
back in
But
circles.
for us,
Norm.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Norm, we're going back in circles. This isn't about whether you accept the narrative. We're going with narrative versus narrative. Your narrative by your own standard is worse. If you're going to say, because he already walked you through the anonymous and known and unknown, he already walked you through that. So I'm not going to go back with you over that again. He already did that for you to show that you had a double standard. So now we're going narrative for narrative. You mean to tell me in your religion, you can take your history from a man 2 centuries removed from Muhammad who walked around talking to people who didn't even know Muhammad. He had to go with what he heard, just like they had to go with what they heard. And yet he is the one who gets to deem it sahih. How? You can't say because other people said it, that's how Bukhari gets to deem it sahih. You admitted his own subjective reasoning was how he got to dictate whether something is true or not. That does not help you. That makes it worse. When he puts his subjective opinion on why it's true or false, that destroys your hadith narration because it already started from it being confirmation bias in oral recitation and hearsay. So his subjective opinion destroys everything that you try to argue this entire time. So how does Bukhari get to authenticate something he's 2 centuries removed from? How?
Okay, so when the hadith compilation was taking place during the time of Bukhari and all these other scholars that did it, there was a rules and set of regulations that they followed to compile all this hadith. They had the first thing, one of the first thing was the hadith that was being narrated had to go hand in hand with what the Quran is saying and the Sunnah. The Sunnah is preserved through the culture that the Muslims at the time had. So through what the Prophet told them in action. So whether that is how to take wudu, whether that is how to pray, that is through the Sunnah. So as long as the hadith that is being compiled goes hand in hand with the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, it would authenticate the hadith. And also one of the other things he would use is you would have to have a strong chain of narrators that would have to take place that goes till to the mouth of the Prophet, which says that person heard it from the Prophet himself. If there's one of them that there is like a loss of narrator in between, they wouldn't take that as an hadith. So that is why I'm saying my scripture, the hadith compilation is more authentic than the Gospels and the scriptures that you guys have.
Yeah,
that is my point.
Nothing you said makes your hadith compilation reliable because it's not even coming from someone who knew Muhammad nor the people who knew Muhammad that he spoke to. So the problem that you're having is you're just using confirmation bias once again. I'm going to hear what these people said, a story about Muhammad, and then I'm going to implement whether it aligns with the Quran or not, and that's how he gets to deem the story true. The problem is that you're missing out. You're missing information on how Bukhari compiled hadith. Let me ask you this. If Bukhari found someone, let's say, mistreating a dog, would he deem their narration weak?
Mistreating a dog and he would deem it wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. From the standards that we've been taught that the narration of the hadith were compiled, I don't know about that one. Like it doesn't show any of that.
So if you look into your history, right?
Yeah.
Bukhari, he walked around and he basically put his own subjective opinion on these people on whether they were trustworthy, because as human beings, we can't know if a person is trustworthy. So all of it already started from a subjective opinion, meaning he had to vet these people out to see if they were trustworthy. But we know that a person who has lied in their life could tell the truth about a story. So it would be better to get closer to the story as we possibly can, not 2 centuries removed, talking to people, trying to figure out if they're trustworthy or not. Do you agree that that would be a terrible standard to have, right?
Yeah,
do you agree? Hold on, give me a second. Do you agree by that? Do you agree by that standard alone? Do you agree by that standard alone? It hurts your understanding of how you can know if someone is telling the truth or not, because as human beings, we all have lied. We all have done untrustworthy things, whether we like it or not. This is just what we've done. But that doesn't mean that just because I tell you a story about somebody, and they say, oh, well, he lied to me last week. That doesn't mean you get to deem my story weak about what I just told you about a person. But the point is that because Bukhari has this standard in mind when he's walking around trying to get information about Muhammad 2 centuries removed, he has to implement his own subjective opinion on whether someone is telling the truth or not. That means what you think is true because Bukhari said it's true is because of Bukhari's subjective opinion, not because he actually knows that these things actually took place. So when you read a Sahih Hadith and you guys run around telling us it's authentic, and this actually happened, you're only using that from the understanding of a person who he himself never actually knew if that was real or not. He's only vetting people out based on his subjective opinion on whether something took place. That's a horrible standard to have.
So what is a better standard to have?
Eyewitness testimony. Direct eyewitness testimony from people who actually talked to Muhammad. So the person that is giving you the information in the history about Jesus should have very well better come from Jesus. You see, that's better.
So who wrote the who is one of the authors of the gospel who was eyewitness of Jesus?
Okay, we're going in circles again. Matthew.
No, but that's what you said. You said
I got you. I'm saying we're going in circles, but I'm answering you.
Okay.
Matthew and John.
The Gospels of Matthew and John, your scholars agree it wasn't written by Matthew or John.
Okay, does Irenaeus agree it was written by Matthew and John?
That is most of your scholars. I don't know about Aaron, but most of your scholars say these writings were written by anonymous people who we don't even know and they wanted to attribute it to somebody. That's when they attribute it to the for saints.
Okay, who's better to take your information from? Someone from the 2nd century or someone from the 21st century?
From someone from the 2nd century.
All right, cool. So Irenaeus says Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John authored their gospels.
Okay, but does that mean they did write it?
That means that the early church understood that they wrote their gospels, and yes.
Okay. So let's go back in your history. Matthew, what is Matthew's origin? Like, was he a Hebrew, or what language did he speak? Was he a Jew who spoke Aramaic at the time of Jesus?
Does that prove he didn't write his gospel?
Because we know the Gospels were written in
watch this.
Greek.
Hold on, watch this. Because I
only
want to answer. Give me a second. I only want to answer relevant questions. Does any of these things prove that he didn't write or didn't know Jesus? Because I can go into the Gospel of Matthew and show that he knew Jesus. You literally have in his gospel him interacting with Jesus. So asking me what language did he speak and was he Hebrew and all that, that's irrelevant. Whether I say yes or no, does that prove he didn't write his gospel?
Yes.
Okay, what is the argument for that?
I'm not saying Matthew didn't see Jesus. We know Matthew is one of the disciples, right? Matthew and John were one of the disciples, right?
So if Matthew was one of the disciples and we have information coming from Matthew, what are we talking about?
What I'm saying is the information that you have isn't from Matthew, the disciple of Jesus. That's what I'm saying.
How do you know? You're just saying it. You don't know that.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. So Matthew was a Jew, so he spoke Aramaic, right? He didn't speak any Greek.
What is your argument for Matthew?
The argument is.
What is your argument for Matthew? Hold on, give me a second. Make your argument instead of asking irrelevant questions. Make your argument for why Matthew didn't write Matthew.
The reason why Matthew didn't write Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, is because the Gospel of Matthew is in Koine Greek. And Matthew, as we know, he used to speak Aramaic and he was a Jew. So that means somebody else wrote it and then he ascribed it or attributed it to the disciple Matthew. That is my argument. And that disproves any of the Gospels that you have. We don't know we don't know who the author of Mark is. We don't know the author of Luke.
What was the lingua franca in the area that Jesus roamed around in? Matthew, John, Mark, Luke. What was the lingua franca that they in that area?
You're gonna have to tell me because I don't know the Bible history. So I'm thinking it's Aramaic because
Greek.
Jesus
Greek.
It wasn't Aramaic.
It was Greek. The lingua franca in the area that they were in was Greek. So provide your evidence. So you need to provide your evidence for your claims because you're just drawing conclusions that you're ignorant of.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is if Matthew at the time of Jesus, and he was a Jew, I'm not saying all of them, but most of the disciples of Jesus were Jewish people, and the Jews at the time were speaking Aramaic. I wouldn't expect somebody who speaks Aramaic to write a Greek book or Greek gospel.
We're going back
That
in
is my
circles. I
argument.
just told you the lingua franca in that area was Greek. So how in the world can Matthew, a tax collector, not know Greek? It's literally the most obvious conclusion ever.
So how did Matthew understood what Jesus was talking about at the time?
Because Jesus also knew Greek.
So Jesus was speaking Greek?
Yes.
Okay. What evidence do you have for that?
He had a conversation with a Roman centurion whose language was Greek. The language they spoke was Greek. You gotta pay attention. If the lingua franca in that area was Greek, then that would mean that predominantly everyone must have and had to speak Greek. For example, if the lingua franca in California is English, right?
Yeah.
And the predominant language that's going to be spoken is what?
English.
Okay, thank you. So we know Matthew spoke Greek. We know Jesus spoke Greek. So stop trying to act like there was a language barrier between Matthew and Jesus when you just admitted Matthew was a disciple of Jesus. How in the world are you going to be a disciple of Jesus? You don't even know what he's saying.
Okay. But why?
No,
okay,
answer that. No, answer that. Answer that. How can you be a disciple of Jesus and not know what Jesus said?
No, you wouldn't know what Jesus said if you were a disciple of Jesus.
Exactly. Thank you. So if Matthew knew Greek and Jesus knew Greek, then that means that they could communicate in Greek, correct?
Yep.
All right, there it is. So it's better to have eyewitness testimony, right, from someone who actually directly interacted with Jesus. Matthew 9:9 says Matthew was a tax collector. We know that the lingua franca was Greek, which means that obviously he would have had to know Greek in order to conduct that work in that area. So if Jesus knew Greek, then that means that they can understand themselves. Now, the problem that you're having is that you're dealing with eyewitness testimony. You're dealing with early attestation that these people wrote their gospels and were direct disciples. And you're telling me your standard is better because someone 2 centuries removed from Muhammad walked around asking someone who couldn't even know Muhammad, just like him, what did Muhammad do? You think that's a better standard?
It is, because we have a reference. Our reference is the Quran. We have a reference. We do have a reference.
Kalas, that's it?
Over, bro. That's
All right.
it. I'm done, bro.
All right, I'm gonna let the next guest up. Hey, Ali, this was
All right,
fun
thank
talking
you,
to you,
man.
man.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Have a good day, man. We'll talk again soon. Hopefully, you could come back someday and we could talk some more.
All right. See you. All right.
All right. All right. All right. Let me try to get to some super chats, man. I know I'm way behind on this. Let's see. All right, we got Marcus Lester who says, I'd like to order Islam is false with a side of no salvation in Islam. And what's the Injil for dessert? Patriotic Z. Oh, I already read that. KC Coop says Muslims love to use that corrupted Bible. Shoot. John Wilson, $50 super chat, says, Avery, a long time ago I made a donation to your ministry, adding an extra $5 for your splendid smile. I've seen you going from strength to strength. I'm so pleased I was able to be a small contribution to assist you along the way. Carry on, brother. Much love. God bless you, John. And yeah, I remember. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the ministry for as long as you have, bro. I appreciate it, man. It goes a long way, as you can see. So thank you so much. Thanos says, Muslim. I've done my research. Translation, I asked ChatGPT. Man, the internet now. Dream Edge says these Muslims remind me of NPC in World of Warcraft. Yeah. Gene says, what father mean? That guy unalive me. Is it staged? Logos Legion says, Chef Logic cooking again. God bless you. Thank you so much, man. We got King Kid says, no, Mr. God Logic. You need to understand a father can be someone without children. I'm glad I was able to witness that in time to make my second ever super chat. Oh, man, too funny. Toko04 says, hope you're doing well, my bro. Safe travels and continue fighting the good fight. Love from New Zealand. Amen. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, you see. We got Makita, who says to sacrifice your intellect and soul for a false God is beyond life itself. Jesus Christ is forever King. Avery, when will you return to Speaker's Corner? I'll be at Speaker's Corner most likely next summer. Most likely next summer will be the next time I'm at Speaker's Corner, my good sister. But thank you so much for the super chat, $100 super chat. I appreciate you so much, sister. Thank you. We got Buddy Rabbit says, if a Roman came up to you saying, pay homage to the genius of Caesar, you better well know what he was saying to you. I don't know where this assumption of the Jews being unable to speak Greek came from. In Rome occupied Judea. What did Pilate speak? Man, that's common sense. Exactly. So that was $50 super chat from Buddy Rabbit. Thank you so much. And then Matt Nichols, $5 super chat says, God bless you. Enjoy New York City. Can't wait to see the debates. Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Evdog says, love what you do, GL. I don't think that Muslims realize how bad a double standard is. Not to be mean, logic comprehension seems to be low. Yeah. Yeah. Tough world. Robert Middleton, Matthew 6:1-18. Jesus teaches us how to pray. It's a complete rebuke to how Muslims pray. Jesus knew Muslims would try and lie about him 600 years later. 600 years before Momo got al-Zudded in a cave. Oh man. All right. I got time for maybe one or two more. And then Bree Love is gonna go live after me.
Hi, Logic.
What's up? You at work?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm good. Your background is very loud.
Yeah, let me just park. I'm driving, but I will. Let me just park. Just a minute.
Okay. All right. While they are parking, I'm gonna go ahead and let up somebody else in the meantime of them parking. Heck no. Ben, you're on stage. How you doing? Oh,
Hi, thank you for bringing me up. I had two contributions. The first one was about the guy who just got out.
Hold on one second, Ben. One second.
All right.
Oh, this is $1. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
Right.
I said I had two contributions to make. First, I'm a Christian. I converted Muslim. I'm now a Christian. But I wanted to make a contribution towards that guy who just left.
Brother,
concerning the compilation of hadith.
Yeah, brother, just one second. Sorry, because I moved on from that, and I'm just bringing up Muslims only to contend with the
so I'm
topic.
not a
Okay.
Muslim.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, okay,
Thank God you're not.
All right,
Thank God
cool.
you're
I'm down here. I'm listening to you, bro.
not. Praise God. All right. Thank you, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Yep, guys. If you are Muslim, you're welcome to join. If you're Muslim only, you're welcome to join. Ben, you're on stage.
Hey Avery, it's nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you too.
I've been watching your channel for quite a while, and I just had a few questions on the way that you interpret a couple of verses, if that's all right.
It sounds like you're a brother in the faith.
I am, but I'm just trying to understand the way that you make arguments for like Surah 548 and 1039 and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, because man,
sorry, I know you only want Muslims,
yeah,
bro.
I'll have to let everybody up if I do this. But if you if you check out my streams when we go over the Islamic dilemma, you'll be able to see how I engage with Surah 548 and other verses. Okay, you just gotta watch those streams. But like I've talked so much on that. All right?
I know, and I've watched quite a few of them, and I've like watched David Woods and Daniel the other day and stuff like that. So like I understand where you're coming from. I just wanted to see if you had a bit of advice going forward. That's all.
Yeah, just do what we do. That's my advice. Do what we do, bro. It's proven undefeated. So just do what we do. That's it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thanks, mate.
God bless, man.
God bless, bro.
Damian Foster says, shout out life. He go hard. Time difference meant I fell asleep in his live. I woke up and he had started a new live. Yeah, life has been on a roll lately. He's been on a roll, man. All right. Looks like we read through all our guests, man. And that's good because we are at the 3-hour mark. My live is over. The live is over. But I want to thank everybody for coming through. Let me read the super chat here. The Young Thirstily says, I was raised by believers, but wasn't saved until recently in my mid-20s. I just got out of a long relationship with a Muslim because I chose Jesus. Your work helped me make both those choices. Glory to Jesus. That's amazing. That is so amazing. But thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Young Thirstily. Let's see here. Banku in the house. She says, note, Ibn Abbas was 10 to 13 when Muhammad died, and Anas ibn Malik, 10 years old, transmitting. Do you guys see the problem? LOL. No extant manuscripts. Super chat from Banku. Thank you so much, sister. All right. And a super sticker from Ambrina Roshi. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. Remember, this weekend we will be in New York City. We will be in New York City. So if you are a Muslim, a Hebrew Israelite, Jehovah's Witness, any type of Unitarian, oneness modalist, I don't care, and you're in New York City, come up and come out and engage. We will be at the Red Steps at 7 p.m. on Friday night and Saturday night. This Friday night and this Saturday night. Sunday, we will be at Washington Square at 6 p.m. That'll be Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, we're going to be in New York City challenging all comers. Come have a discussion. Come have a debate. If you live in New York, if you're near New York, don't use any excuses and show up. Show up. Myself, David Wood, Inspiring Philosophy, Vocab Malone, we're all going to be there. We're all going to be there. All right? So y'all be blessed. And remember to always ask the Muslims that you work with, if they're in your neighborhoods, you're in contact with, even if it's your boyfriend or girlfriend, wife or husband, ask the Muslim our favorite question.